Well, here we are. It is postseason football time, and we are a home game for the Defiance Bulldogs tonight here on DCTV Sports. Good evening, everybody. I'm Josh Bush alongside Chris Dales. It is a Division III Region 10 opening round matchup where the Defiance Bulldogs are hosting the Bowling Green Bobcats tonight. Welcome to our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show here on DCTV Sports. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Visit them online at drivebobestil.com. Well, this is the moment that so many teams work for. Obviously, through your years of coaching, you get those goals at the beginning of the season, right? And league titles are in that mix, but obviously the postseason, a big box that you want to check off each and every year.
Yeah, most definitely, and that's what everybody starts with. They want to win a league title. Then after that, I've always said you can't win a state title unless you're in the playoffs. And there have been multiple teams throughout the years that have not won their league and been state champions. Take a look at the MAC. Not too long ago, 3 or 4 years ago, they had champions in Division 5, 6, and 7, and only one of them could be the MAC champion. So it does happen. I think it happens more than what people know, but definitely this is something that you set your sights on and what you work for in the offseason and obviously during the season. Well,
for Defiance, a home game, the first home playoff game since 2003. Now head coach Travis Cooper was an assistant coach on that staff. Little bit of a full circle kind of moment for him, but hosting a first-round playoff game. We talked about it last week, getting that win, getting that playoff game here at home. Obviously, BG's not the travel that they could have, but could have been on the other side of the state for the opening round. Yeah. Such a cool thing to have a home playoff game right here at home in Defiance.
Yeah, 100% cool. It's great for the players. We all know that, but it's great for the community. You get more people to come out. They get excited. It is the playoffs. I know that when I was at Ayersville, our first ever home playoff game, it was just standing room everywhere. Everyone got jacked up about it, and I think the same thing will be here for Defiance. And it's just neat that the grandmas and the grandpas can come out, all your friends can come out, and it's just a great atmosphere for high school football.
Well, and for Defiance, for Bowling Green, making their trips into the postseason, they haven't played as much recently, but these two programs have played throughout the years. There's a little bit of history there, but as we look at this, and we're going to break down this matchup, this is potentially a matchup of two very similar teams here tonight.
Yeah, I think it starts with the records. You look at both of them are 6-4. You look at both of them have played Napoleon. Defiance lost Napoleon by 1, and BG, I think, won by 10. So there's a lot of similarities. I do think that Defiance's overall schedule has been tougher, with the WBL. I do think that, and that means a lot. People don't understand how important that is. And you take a look at some surrounding schools like Tenora. They went 0-3. They had one of the toughest non-league schedules maybe in the state.
Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
And then they go through the GMC and just run it. And I think they'll do well in the playoffs too. But those types of things prepare you for the first round of the playoffs and then beyond.
Well, and to your point too, Defiance with a home game tonight. Liberty Center, Archbold, Patrick Henry, Tenora, Fairview, Paulding, all with Paulding's on the road tonight. But a lot of teams in the postseason, and a lot of them hosting first round postseason. Talks a lot about the conferences around here and the type of football. Again, you're no stranger to it. The type of football that we see right here in Northwest Ohio.
What a great attribute. What a great thing that so many teams are playing home, and that's hard.
Yeah.
Being in the top 8. And here's what people don't know is a lot of these teams too, they're pulling points from each other.
Yeah.
Okay, you look at Liberty Center, you look at Archbold, you look at Delta, you look at Patrick Henry, Evergreen. They're all playing each other, and people don't understand. It's hard to get points like that. Like in the GMC, you have 3 non-league games, okay? That is huge because you can pick up second and third level because you're not playing now. When you play the same teams, it's just hard to get those extra level points. So I think that's a great attribute to the coaches and all the hard work and the players we have in Northwest Ohio.
We're going to take a time out here on our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. When we come back, we'll start to break down these two teams, and we'll get you set for the opening kickoff coming up tonight at 7 o'clock right here at Fred J. Brown Stadium. More to come on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestil.com.
Welcome back to the opening of the playoffs here in Division III, Region 10. It's a matchup of the number 6 seed and the number 11 seed here on DCTV Sports as Defiance is entertaining Bowling Green tonight. Well, let's look at these two teams. We'll start with the home team tonight in the Defiance Bulldogs, who finished the regular season 6-4, 6-3 in the Western Buckeye League, third place in the Western Buckeye League for fourth-year head coach Travis Cooper. They've split their last 4 games. Obviously, a little bit of a skid there in weeks 8 and 9. We were here last Friday night, kind of righted the ship a little bit, and I think maybe propelling a little bit of momentum for this team. But, again, they're going to have to really look at repeating some of that performance at that level, not just this week, but moving forward in any of the weeks that come.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think, a good coaching staff will go back at the losses that they had there, that 2-week stretch, and find what's going on. When things were going well, now things aren't going so well. Let's try to figure it out. And I think that they figured it out. Defiance did some things. They changed some things up, both in practice-wise. I also think maybe some scheme-wise. And they came out and played very, very well versus Ottawa Glandorf. And they won the battle of the trenches, and that's what they needed to do. And you take that type of football into the playoffs, you got some good momentum going.
251 yards on the ground last Friday against what was, coming into it, the league's number 1 rush defense. You talked about the line play. They really exerted themselves physically in that football game.
You could really see it in the second half. And, from up here in the press box, you could see the line of scrimmaging moving, 2 and 3 yards. Whenever you get that movement in the right direction, good things are happening. And that's exactly what they did for the Bulldogs. And also, they were able to control the clock. Yeah. They didn't give Ottawa that opportunity to give the ball back, run the ball, do their play action. So it helped them in a lot of different phases. And I personally think that their offensive line and defensive line was a huge key factor in what won that game for them.
Well, in the turnovers, they had just given the ball away. It was like Christmas time out here in weeks 8 and 9. Last Friday night, they're able to right that a little bit. They caused some disruption. They get some interceptions, some key timed interceptions last Friday night as well. And the turnovers, you clean that up, and there's so many good things that can happen out of that.
Yeah, we go back to the Salina game, and, they're driving, they're inside the 20, fumble. You go back, they're driving, they're inside the 10, and they throw the pick 6 for 100 yards. There's a 14-point swing where they could be up or tied at halftime. They could be up in the third and fourth quarter. Give Salina credit. They capitalized on it, but that was huge for them. And, we talked to Coach Cooper, and I think they worked on those things, these decision-making things, and just the fundamentals of ball security. You can always work on that, and that really, really showed versus Ottawa Glandorf. And if Defiance continue to do that and control the ball and not make turnovers, they're going to be a hard football team to beat.
For Defiance, it's their 12th appearance in the postseason, a record of 13-10 all-time in the postseason. Their furthest run, 1997. I think you're familiar with that a little bit, all the way to the state championship. And so this is obviously a team that's got a lot of postseason experience as a school. Obviously, this group was in it last year. So third straight playoff appearance for this team. So, Coach Cooper, they're not a stranger to playing in week number 11.
Yeah, and that means a lot. People don't understand that. They got 2 years of experience. They know what it takes, and the coaches know what it takes. You got to structure things a little bit different. Hopefully the Bulldogs will win. You got time change. There's a lot of things that go into it that people don't even understand and realize. And you do have to make some major changes once you do get in the playoffs, and you also got to cut back on the hitting. You don't need to pound like you did, especially, weeks 1 through 7 or so, or 1 through 8. That's another thing. You got more film work. You got more on the field work where you're just, in shoulder pads and helmets. So there's a lot of things that you got to do differently, and that experience, both the players and the coaches, will make a difference.
Well, I had an opportunity earlier this week to sit down and talk to Travis Cooper about the win last Friday night, the home playoff game tonight against Bowling Green, as we sat down and went one-on-one with Defiance head coach Travis Cooper.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Well, looking back to last week, Coach, when we talked, even post-game, you mentioned
changing up the routine a little bit, maybe outside the comfort zone for your players, even your staff a little bit. I think we saw the response to that right here on this field last Friday night.
Yeah, I could tell in the locker room that our guys were ready to go. It was just a different look in their eyes, and I don't know what we lost in those 2 weeks or what happened with our guys, but it was kind of like a good reset moment for us. And, hopefully now we've got that out of the way. If you can't get up for a home playoff game, you can't get up for any game, So it's amazing to be able to be here in 80-degree weather to boot, but being able to be home. We wish we could have made the team across state travel like we've had to do for the last few years, but it doesn't matter who we're facing. We're really excited about playing BG here.
All right, just a couple other things about last week. Offensively, 6 points the 2 weeks combined the week before. I thought your quarterback, Brez Ziffel, played a very smart game, very mistake-free game. And then the running backs. Talk about their effort last night. Abel, Noah, Anthony. I mean, all those guys, we kind of mentioned it last Friday, running with this extra level of conviction almost. Just talk about what you saw offensively last Friday.
Well, first of all, I thought our line, did a phenomenal job in creating those holes. But, yeah, they ran with the chip on their shoulder. That was the number one rushing defense in the league going into that game. And so for us to put up over 250 yards was really awesome, and it was great because it shortens the game for our defense, and I thought it was a clean game. We were able to turn them over twice. We were able to not have a turnover on our end, very few penalties. So it was just a clean game. I thought all three phases played really, really well. But there's no doubt about it that when you can start out a game and control line of scrimmage and run the football and stay in constant second shorts, second mediums, we're going well.
It's like, what I'm going to ask you. Defensively, you did really well, but I think the turnovers last Friday night, and again, we talked about this last week, you were quite negative for a couple weeks, +2 last week. That's a huge, huge difference for any football team.
Oh, it's and unless you've experienced the other end of it, I don't know if the kids really think about how big of a deal that is. But when you watch the film after last week versus the 2 weeks prior, you see that, it's just a huge advantage, when you can get a turnover, get a short field, or keep them from getting points in a situation they normally would get points, and then be able to, end with scores, follow those up with scores is huge.
Well, you mentioned the first home playoff game here. Again, great to be right here at Fred J. Brown on Friday night. You were an assistant coach the last time that happened. I'm not going to try to. 2003, the last home playoff game. Again, I don't want to just keep going back to that same thing, but talk about what you've seen out of your players so far this week through the last few days, getting ready for this. I know everybody talks about what it is community-wise, and I'm not downplaying that, but from your side as a coach, what have you seen the response from your players with this home playoff game?
I think it's not having that long bus trip looming over your head, and I think just everybody's got a little pep in their step because they finally got that, that bad taste out of our mouth from the previous 2 weeks. And it was a rough time. A rough day. Every day of practice was last 2 weeks. And so there's a little bit of rejuvenation, I think, with those guys. And I think also being able to stay in your routine. We've got our home locker room, all those things staying the same. I think they understand how big of a deal it is to host a playoff game and to be a completely different coach now than what I was back in 2003. With hair. and it's just kind of a full circle moment. And, at that moment, I didn't know that, so many odd years later that I would be back and be the head coach in that situation. So it's a really special week for me as well. But the bottom line is it's 0-0, it's a new season, and we aren't happy about just making it here. We want to make some noise now that we are here.
Well, Bowling Green is the task at hand. This is a team on paper, very, very interesting when you look at what they like to do coming out of the Northern Lakes League. You know how challenging that league can be as well. Talk about what you know about the Bobcats.
Well, they're a run-first team, and they're a big physical team. So, in those aspects, they're very similar to a WPL school in that aspect. But, when you look at them, it really they've got kind of like a 3-4-headed monster at running back. You know, they had a key running back that went down at the end of the Napoleon game in week 9, who didn't play last week. Not sure if he'll play this week. But they've, throughout the season, they've moved their quarterback to one of their running backs, and he's a big kid, 6+ feet tall and 210 pounds. They've got a really speedy running back that's leading them in rushing. Shannon, his last name. And then they've got monsters up front, you know, pushing 300 across the board, a lot of them. So, you know, controlling the line of scrimmage is going to be a big task for us this week. But we're used to going against teams that are bigger than us. And I think that no league prepares a team better than our league and then maybe the MAC for playoffs. And we've got to play a physical style of football and just, you know, kind of promote what we have to go through every week. There's no off weeks. We didn't play any 0-10 teams. We didn't play any teams that, you know, you can work on some things. We've got to bring it every week. And so I hope that comes and pays off pays benefits for us on Friday.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Congratulations on the home playoff game, and we'll see you Friday night. More to come here on our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show when we come back here on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium, week number 11 of the high school football season. It is the Division III Region 10 opening round, number 6 seed Defiance hosting number 11 seed Bowling Green. As we continue to break down these two teams, let's take a look at the opponent here tonight in the Bowling Green Bobcats, who come in with a record of 6-4, 2-2 in the NLL's Cardinal Division. For first-year head coach Sean Kiss, who's kind of trying to reinvigorate things for this BG program. But they're coming in winning 3 of their last 4. The Week 10 loss to Fremont Ross. But this is a team very similar to Defiance, maybe even more so run-heavy. As I did some numbers here, 86% of their offense is on the ground.
Yeah, one of the first things that really stuck out to me was passing-wise, that they've only thrown for 42 times and they've only completed 25 for 266 yards. There are teams that I've played, I've coached, and teams in this area, they throw that many times and a half.
Well, I mean, Fairview might have thrown twice that many in some of those years.
Yeah, definitely. So you're 100% correct. They are definitely a run-oriented type offense, and they have a young quarterback. I believe he's a freshman. So, you know, I'm sure they'll keep things simple for him and do a lot of do some play action to try to catch Defiance off guard. It'll be interesting to see how they come out and respond, you know, versus the Bulldogs.
Well, they've got a multiple-headed running monster, if you will. Going to be limited a little bit, but JCS Shannon, their leading rusher, 950 yards, 12 touchdowns. Their number 2 rusher, Jackson Schaefer, actually broke his foot in Week 9 against Napoleon, so he is out of the mix. So they're missing one of their big guys back there, but they're also going to have Jamison Horst back there, who's kind of got switched off the quarterback spot earlier in the season. He's contributed quite a bit, so they've got multiple guys that they like to use in that run offense.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing, and a smart coaching move too, you know, by their coaching staff, is to take one of their better athletes and put him at running back, especially if they're not going to throw the ball. And, you know, you got to be balanced. You just can't key on the one running back. You got to be able to key on both of them, and it'll be a big challenge for Defiance tonight to stop the Bowling Green's running game.
Well, and it's almost a kind of a strength on strength here. We saw how good the Defiance rushing defense, was last Friday against Ottawa Glandorf. Again, they forced them to throw. You could see how uncomfortable they were throwing the football. This team that's throwing even less. And that's an understatement to say even less. Plus a freshman quarterback, his first chance at getting in the postseason, his first playoff game. You know, if Defiance's defense could match up and force him into those throwing situations, I got to imagine he's probably going to be a little uncomfortable here tonight.
Yeah, and some things that, you know, I picked up in the last couple of weeks is, you know, when Defiance goes to that 5-2, 4-3 set and they bring pressure, they've had a lot of success with that. It's kind of when they sit back in their 3-man front and play their shell secondary is, you know, what's kind of hurt them. So I think they're really finding their groove now on defense, and they're bringing pressure, they're locking up man, and, you know, I'm not the defensive coordinator, but if I was the defensive coordinator, I would be coming after him with every blitz I had. I'd be locking up man and, just daring him. Go, throw, try to throw. Put as much pressure on that quarterback as you can, because he's going to get rattled. He's probably going to make some bad decisions. And then when that happens, you want to capitalize on it and then hopefully get an interception or a turnover.
14th tournament appearance for Bowling Green. Their last was last year. They have a tournament record of 3-13. They did make it to the Final Four one time back in 1973. That is the furthest run that this team has had. But brand new head coach, new mindset, and trying to get things turned around for a program that's had a couple of rough years, to be honest.
And if you're a first-year coach and you're able to do this, there's got to be a lot of excitement. There's excitement with him, energy with his staff, and the kids. I mean, sometimes, when you do have a change, with the head coach and you already be able to come in and have a lot of success, the kids really, really buy into it. And they really build on it. My first year at Ayersville, we were able to go to the playoffs. We played Columbus Grove, coming off a state championship.
Yep.
We should have beat them. We got beat 21-14. But the kids were just pumped. They were excited. And I think that's what you're seeing here out of Bowling Green. And kudos to them and what they're able to do.
Well, I had an opportunity to sit down earlier this week and talk with their head coach, Sean Kiss.
Well, Coach, coming in, winning 3 last 4, talk about where this team has progressed throughout the season.
One of the big things is we just had more and more
spot
kids
after
step
this,
up, fill roles,
and then we'll take it back.
And we're going to need it this week because we're missing one of our better players in Jackson Schaefer with a broken foot.
This was like
he went down week 9.
3 minutes, I think.
So just the next man up mentality, kids stepping up, filling roles. Whether it's just a few plays or whatever. But the other thing is
put us right about at the anthem
focus,
and
the
get that.
Preparation.
Roll
The
right
kids
into
have learned how to win, and I don't know that was 2-3 years ago in this program. We really struggled with that aspect of finishing games, hanging on stuff, and just not falling into that mentality of like bad things and happening at BG. This team has gotten past that, and I think for the first team we've seen in a while, it's kind of gotten over that mindset, which has been great.
Offensively, it looks like you guys want to establish the run. But talk about what's been working well for you on that side of the football.
Well,
he's not a brand new face to the school.
You know what I mean?
So
I feel like
I think so. He's got a school email address. That doesn't always mean anything, but
however they're lining up to us is just kind of dictates the plays that we're going to run, and we still got our plays that we're going to hit no matter what.
That's a huge thing if he's a players
because you just got to get them the ball.
You get your
like you
big
said,
guys
it all
out,
establishes with the run and how well we play up front.
We invite you to stand and join us as we perform.
Let's flip it over to the defensive side. Obviously playing in the NLL. That's a league that's going to prepare you for a lot of different things you might see in the postseason. Talk about what's been working well for you defensively.
Well, one of the big things we focused on when I took over was just we've got to be better about not giving up the big play. We need guys lined up in the right spot. We need guys to better understand their assignments on a Friday night so that we're not making mental mistakes, putting ourselves in bad situations and not making tackles. So this team has done a really good job of not giving up the big play. We're going to play sound football. We're going to make tackles. We're going to rally to the ball. We're not going to get beat for 7.
Your
You're going to score on us for your score. It's going to take you 8 to 12 plays to do it. And we're going to play sound, fundamental, aggressive.
He's had the go of it. Did you hear him talk about all the stuff they had to replace
for the opening round? What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Up here too.
They're very similar to us. They might not do it the same way, but
the night before,
they're the same kind of way as we are. They're not going to give up the big play. They're going to make you earn everything you do.
It's one thing
they're
for
real
one
stout
little
up
piece
front,
to go out or something, but for
jumps off at you on film. Especially that nose tackle. He's a big old boy, and I know that he plays center too, and he can get moving. So knowing where he's at and understanding how we got to take care of him is really important. But I think that the athletes too, like they've got 3 or 4 kids that they like to get the ball to, and those kids can make plays. And offensively and defensively, those kids have got to be accounted for, and we got to know where they're at all times in order to to be able to execute what we're supposed to be doing. So they're a good football team, and we know that everybody that's going to make the playoffs is going to be a good football team. But I think it's a great matchup. I think we're 2 good teams that are going to play in each other's strengths, and it's going to be a good, hard-fought game, and we're excited for that.
Well, maybe a key or two that you've been focused on this week to be successful against Defiance.
One of the big things, we got to control line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The team that wins the trenches wins this game. Defiance, just like us, they want to run the ball. They might not run it the same way that we do, but everything for them establishes out of the run and then picks up off of that. So it's kind of the same idea of whoever's going to win up front with the O-line, D-line matchup, everybody in the box, like that's who's going to come out victorious in this game.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking a few minutes, and best of luck Friday night.
Thank you very much.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
And we welcome you back to our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show here tonight on DCTV as we are getting set for week number 11. And there are the Defiance Bulldogs, the number 6 seed, awaiting their opponent, the number 11 seed Bowling Green Bobcats. As we take a look at some keys to the game tonight, courtesy of Northwest State Community College. Your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. You can visit them online at northweststate.edu. Let's start for these Defiance Bulldogs here tonight, Coach, as we look at a couple of keys that you were talking about earlier today for Defiance.
Well, first of all, offensively, they got to make sure they don't turn the ball over. First and foremost. Secondly, they got to convert their third down situations, make it manageable for them, 5 yards or less. And then when they get in the red zone, they got to score. That's going to be huge.
And as we we'll take a timeout from our keys to the game here, as we are going to get our national anthem. The Defiance County Veterans Office is bringing you tonight's national anthem, and they're proud to support local veterans and their families and connect them with the resources that's available to them as we head down on the field level for the Defiance High School Marching Band's performance of our national anthem. Our national anthem, courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office and performed by the Defiance High School Marching Band of Class. Let's get back to our keys to the game, courtesy of Northwest State Community College. Let's look at the Bowling Green Bobcats here tonight. Some keys for them to pull out the victory.
Well, first of all, they got to establish their run offensively. That's what they've done all year, and that's what they got to come out and they got to do. They have to be a third down, 3 yards and less for them to be able to convert. They want to try to take the ball out of the quarterback's hands as much as possible. I think that's going to be really big for them. And at some point in the game, they're going to have to run some type of play action on first and second down. It'll be interesting to see how Defiance responds to that play action because we know they're going to be run heavily.
Our keys to the game, courtesy of Northwest State Community College. Again, your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. You can find them online at northweststate.edu. Let's set your starting lineups for you tonight. Our starting lineups, courtesy of Baker Schindler Company, proudly supporting the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. The Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, baker-schindler.com. The Bowling Green offense will be on the field tonight. I didn't catch who won the toss, but they are receiving the football here tonight. So let's get the starting offense for Bowling Green, and it's their freshman quarterback, a 6 foot, 163-pound freshman, Grant Gillespie, who's completed 59.5% of his passes for 266 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And then they'll start 3 running backs. J.C.S. Shannon, their leading rusher, a senior, with 950 yards, 12 touchdowns. Jamison Horst, another senior, 414 yards, 4 touchdowns. And Colby Joseph, the junior, will get the start in the backfield tonight as well. A pair of tight ends in Taylor Noggle and Aiden Roadletter. And up front, they've got some big guys. They average 6'1", 252.6 pounds. I did a little math this week.
Yes, I could see that, yep.
Led by their senior center, Drew Erickson, the junior Owen Rath, and Hunter Kozlowski, the senior at the guard. Sorry if I butchered that. I apologize. And 2 seniors at tackles, Navoya Reagan and A.J. Miller. Our kickoff is underway as we are set for postseason football here, and this will be returned by Bowling Green out across the 20 to the 25, and that is where their offense will come onto the field here tonight. We'll take a look quickly at the Defiance defense. Again, our Baker Schindler starting lineups. Up front, it'll be Alex Hinojosa, Ray Salinas, and Stephen Hoffman. Your linebackers tonight, Abel Rubio, Joey Robinson, Cohen Stockman, and Chase Camaso. The DBs are Logan Hutchinson and Jordan Wright. And your safeties tonight, Eli Howerton and Anthony Wilder. Again, your starting lineups tonight, courtesy of Baker Schindler Company. And interested to see how this first series for the Bowling Green offense will start. It'll be Gillespie under center with two backs in the backfield behind him. And it'll be a quick toss to the right side, and this will be Jaceus Shannon. He's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped on first down.
Good start for the Defiance Bulldogs. Bowling Green is in a double tight wing set, and they did a toss sweep to Defiance's wide side of the field there, and there was a host of Bulldogs there. Great job on first down, only allowing 1 yard, and it looks like we have a Bowling Green player down.
And that is their big senior center, Drew Erickson, so you don't want to see that. But let's take a quick early timeout here. We're just underway. Division III, Region 10 opening round. Scoreless on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stanball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948. Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
Back to Fred J. Brown Stadium here at Defiance High School as the athletic trainers are still attending to the injured lineman for Bowling Green. Well, the winner tonight, Chris, in this 6-11 matchup, will take on the winner of the 3-14 matchup, which is Cleveland Benedictine and Tiffin Columbian. Obviously, you have to see that Benedictine's probably a pretty heavy favored there, but the winner of this game will make that trip across the state over to Cleveland in week number 12.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good judgment right there, call on that. Cleveland Benedictine has had some success in the playoffs. I do know that they are a private school. And I'm sure they get some good players from around the Cleveland area. So it'll be a big test for Defiance Bulldogs if they get that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the one thing once you get into some of these bigger divisions, the travel time in some of these regions, no matter what round it is, you get some until they get to the neutral sites, it can be a little hefty one. All right, so they're helping Drew Erickson off to the side, so we hope that young man is all right. Looks like number 60 will check in for him, and that is Dylan Krupp, a 5'11 senior. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as they've got a loaded line to the left of the quarterback. On the far side, it'll be a toss sweep that way. And this will be a gain out across the 30, as that was Jamison Horst, the senior, and that's a nice gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, Bowling Green went to an unbalanced line. They went guard, tackle, tight end, and wing. So they had a lot of people over there on the Defiance's right side, and a good pickup on 2nd down. But this is where Defiance wants them, 3rd down and about 4 or 5.
So they'll break the huddle here on 3rd down and 4. Ball spotted at their own 32-yard line. Two backs in the backfield again for Gillespie, and we'll see another unbalanced line to that far sideline. It'll be 2nd man through. This is Horst again. He's going to be hit in the backfield, dropped, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. And how about that? Stephen Hoffman, the senior, the first man in there, slowed him down, and a host of Bulldogs to follow.
Yeah, what an excellent job there. I'm pretty sure that he angled to the unbalance, and he was untouched, was in their backfield for a loss of a yard. Great play by that young man.
Shows up to punt for Bowling Green.
So it'll be Colby Joseph on to punt for the Bobcats. And this snap goes over his head. It's back at the 5. It's back inside the goal line. He's going to try to get this one away, and he'll be hit. And he will be dropped for a safety. It is our first score of the night. And, wow, that is a special teams miscue. You don't want them anytime deep in your own end zone. That is not the place to have it.
I just wonder if the center was their long snapper, and in that situation he went out and they have somebody new in, and it wasn't even close. It was 5 yards over his head, and Defiance was able to get down and tackle him in the end zone for 2 points, and you can't ask for a better way to start, and they get the ball back.
So a safety to start this one off, and our in-game scoreboards tonight, courtesy of Marco's Pizza, 9 locations in Northwest Ohio. Wishing all area athletes good luck this season. Order online at marcos.com for takeout or delivery. I have the long snapper down as Jamison Horst, but again, you don't know how accurate sometimes sometimes that is, and I wasn't able to see who was down there snapping. But again, mistakes here in this football game are not something I don't think either one of these teams can really afford.
No, when you get to this time of the year, you cannot have special team mistakes like that, especially when they cost you points and then the opposing team gets the ball back. Bowling Green's going to have to fight their way out of that and try to get things figured out here. But give kudos to Defiance's defense. They were smothering their run game, on all 3 plays and forced them into, third down and 4 or 5. That's exactly where they got to be, and they weren't able to convert, and great things happened for them.
Well, for Sean Kiss and that Bowling Green squad, your senior anchor, your center goes out. You got a bad snap. Calm the troops down a little bit on that sideline.
Got to overcome some adversity. I'm sure he's got to calm some guys down and, let them get out there. Let them play a series or 2, and we'll see what they can do.
So with the safety, we'll have a free kick at the 20-yard line.
Looks like he's choosing to kick off instead of punt it.
This will be Alex Wiseman-Esparza, the Bobcat kicker. And the Defiance returners are standing at their own 40-yard line. Obviously, backed up like this indicates the potential for some really good starting field position here for Defiance.
The thing with Defiance is they got to make sure, though, that it is a kickoff, that they cover it, they get on the ball.
It'll be teed up here and just a little squibber down Broadway, and it'll be fielded, I believe, up the middle. That's Noah Gomez with it. Anthony Wilder breaks to this near sideline across the Bowling Green 30-yard line, and not only good field position, I would say great field position.
Definitely. He hit that right up the middle and saw an opening, and he busted it out to the left, and just great vision by that young man, because things closed once he hit the hole, but he was able to see there was an opening, and what a great return. And Defiance has got the ball on the 30-yard line going in. You can't ask for anything better.
Let's get our Baker-Schindler starting lineups. The Defiance offense led by senior quarterback Brez Ziffel, 1,054 yards coming in. And he'll have Noah Gomez in the backfield behind him, Anthony Wilder, Brady Borton, Jordan Wright, the wideouts, Matthew Walter, the tight end. And up front, senior Stephen Hoffman is the center, Jackson Becker, Romeo Valia, the guards, Alex Hinojosa, Tyler Doden-Kiesling are the tackles. A first down run for Abel Rubio. He's going to just go right off that right tackle. And again, I know it's early, Chris, but
I love
very, very good movement from that offensive line.
Yeah, I love it. They're trying to establish the run. They went with 2 backs, just a simple ISO play off tackle to the right. Big-time movement, big-time yards. They are trying to set a statement. I love it. This is what the Bulldogs got to do.
Shotgun for Ziffel. Have Wilder in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to his far side and a single receiver to the near side. Now motion from that far side as Rubio come this way. It'll be Wilder on a little delayed give. He'll go across the 20. He's going to have enough for a Bulldog first down and our first trip tonight inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone. Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, visit them in downtown Defiance and discover why they've been serving this community since 1948. 2 good runs there and another set of downs.
Establishing the run. They just ran the power play, kicked out, led a guard up through. I like what Defiance is doing.
Rubio in the backfield with Ziffel. Motion now brings Wilder, a little spin around the other way. He's going to go to that far side, not touched at the 10, into the 5. It'll go into the corner of the end zone, and it's a 19-yard Premier Bank touchdown for Anthony Wilder. What a start for Defiance.
They are coming out and they are making a statement. Defiance did a really nice job of making sure that they sealed the edge. They outflanked Bowling Green, and what that means is they had no contain. Bowling Green had nobody outside. Once he got to the edge, it was nothing but end zone. Great execution by Defiance and being able to get the corner.
Well, just in even that short series, we saw a nice mixture of run plays already out of this Defiance offense. It looks like they're going to go for two. It'll be Rubio in the backfield with Ziffel. Now Walter will move into the backfield as well, and it will be a fake to Rubio. He's going to go to that back corner, and how about that? Cohen Stockman, the big tight end, wide open, and the two-point conversion is good.
Play action by Defiance on the two-point conversion. They faked the ISO to the right. Nobody covered the tight end. There was nobody within 10 yards of him. That's just like playing catch out in the backyard, and Defiance executed well for 2 more points.
Well, it's a Premier Bank touchdown for Anthony Wilder, 19 yards. The two-point try is good. And on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard, it's Defiance 10, Bowling Green 0, 8:47 to go, opening quarter. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush, Chris Dales with you. Week 11 of the high school football season. How about this? We're 3:13 into the ball game. It's 10-0 Defiance.
Wow, this is exactly what you want to do. You want to come out. You want to set the tone on defense. You want to go 3 and out. They did exactly that. They got the bad snap. They got the two-point conversion, got the ball back, and that offensive line made a statement. And they were moving the line of scrimmage. This is absolutely what Defiance wanted to do. They came out and they are showing their will right now.
Nicasio Hall will tee this one up and boot it away. A long line drive kick. This is going to go all the way back inside the 10. It'll be fielded by Kobe Joseph. He's going to bring it out across the 15. He's going to be hit and still on his feet at the 25-30. One man to beat, and he did. A nice job there by Matthew Walter to trip him up out across the 30. Oh, that was a little bit of a patience there, found some space. That could have been a dangerous return.
Yeah, a good return by Bowling Green, and if that tackle wasn't made on the 30-yard line, that could have been 6 points going the other way. But here we go with Defiance to see if they can step it up and shut down this running game.
So Bowling Green will come to the line. They'll have it first down and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2 backs again in the backfield. A little bit of an unbalanced line towards the near sideline this time, and they'll toss it the other way for Shannon, and he's going to go across the 30. He's going to gain a couple of yards, and he's chopped down pretty quickly. A nice pursuit from the Defiance defense.
Great flow by their defense, especially their linebackers, and being patient, reading the play, and then filling their hole. Really good job by the linebackers in the secondary coming up for secondary for us.
So it'll give him 3 out to the 33-yard line as the play comes in from the sideline. Gillespie will bring the crew to the line. Tight ends to the far sideline to his left. Now motion the other way. It'll be just a little quick jet sweep. This is Shannon with it. He's going to go out across the 35. And now the ball's out. They're going to say, was he down? The officials are saying he was down on the ground before that ball came out. So Bowling Green will retain possession, but another little bit of a wrinkle out of that formation that we've seen so far.
Yeah, what I really like is Defiance is in a 5-3 set. So, man, they got 8 guys in the box. That's what you got to have. Then they're just playing a cover 3 shell behind it, and they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're daring Bowling Green to throw the ball. So they're doing what they got to do. They're third down, and looks like 4 or 5. This is where they want Bowling Green right now.
So we'll call it a long 4 at the 36-yard line. 2 backs again in the backfield, and I believe Bowling Green's going to burn a timeout here. That play clock was nearing the 0, and it'll be a Mark Motes Ford timeout. Mark Motes Ford. Check out some of the best new Ford models serving the Defiance community since 1916. MarkMotesFord.com. We'll take a timeout with them. 7:06 to go, opening quarter. 10-0 Defiance. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium, 7:06 to go, opening quarter, as we are kind of looking here. And again, 3rd down and 4 already in this game. In the first 5 minutes of the game, we've seen Defiance kind of exert themselves physically on both sides of the football.
Yeah, they're doing some really good, fundamentally sound things. They are containing this offense. They're flowing to the ball. They're filling their gaps. They're getting penetration. They're doing a lot of good things that you need to do defensively. They just got to keep it up here, and this is a big 3rd down.
So they'll come set to the line as the kind of offset backfield. Yep. Stacked to that far side, and all kinds of pressure in the backfield. This was blown up from the beginning, and I'm going to say that was Ray Salinas, the big guy, who got through there first. And that play was a disaster before it got started.
Definitely there was a miscue. Looked like on Bowling Green's quarterback there was a collision in the backfield, and lucky he hung on to it. But Defiance's penetration is really causing Bowling Green a lot of problems. There's nowhere for him to run. They actually lost almost 4 yards on that.
So they'll punt it again, this time from their 34. And the snap last time was over his head. This one's a much better one, and the left-footed punter is going to just kick this one. That one went out of bounds. I don't even know if that crossed midfield. We'll see where they walk it back to.
Wow.
Short punt goes out of bounds.
Okay, they're going to mark it at the Defiance 48. I think that's about...
Bowling Green got a very good spot on that. The Defiance player caught it right there. He should have walked it up 5 more yards, towards the left there. But, hey, it's okay. Defiance can just keep doing what they're doing.
So, again, another not real clean. The snap wasn't terrible. It was a little high, but it wasn't as bad as obviously the last one. But just a not clean special team start here for Bowling Green. But nonetheless, Defiance will have it 1st down at 10 at their own 48-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Now motion with Stockman coming toward this near sideline. And we got a penalty marker, and this is going to be against Bowling Green. It's like the side judge on the far sideline is saying, I believe it's going to be against Bowling Green. Yep, this is offsides against Bowling Green, so that's a free 5 yards. And the miscues continue here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, definitely. And anytime you can get 1st down and 5, your playbook really opens up right now. So you might see Defiance take a shot downfield. You might see maybe a screen pass. There's a trick play, whatever it may be. Your playbook just opens wide up in this situation, and we'll see what they do here.
So it'll be 1st down and 5 now at the BG 47-yard line. About halfway home in this opening quarter. It'll be Gomez and Wilder in the backfield with Zipfel. And they'll give it inside to Wilder. He's going to come to this near sideline. He's hit and tripped as he goes across the 40. It's going to be enough for a 1st down and move the chains there. Nothing fancy, but again, we talked about it. Establish that run. It's what they like to do, and we see another good example of that right there.
There's 2 things going on right now. That offensive line is moving the line of scrimmage, and number 2 is Defiance running backs. They are running hard. They are running downhill, and when they're getting hit, they are going forward. Those are 2 really good things going on for the Bulldogs right now.
And for Defiance, really a carryover last week. We noticed both of those things.
Yep.
Last week in the win over Ottawa Glandorf. So it'll be 1st down at 10 now. Gomez in the backfield with Zipfel, and he'll get the ball on 1st down. He's going to go up the middle. He's got a huge hole across the 30 down near the 25, and he tripped up there. Another Bulldog 1st down, and Chris, you might have been able to drive a little Buick through there in the middle of that line.
That's a good old-fashioned isolation play. They had the wing. They let him up through on the linebacker. Nice hole, nice blocking, and I don't think he got touched for 15 yards. Just a simple ISO play, and Defiance executed it well, and they're doing some really good things out there right now, and they are physically taking control of this game.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 now for Defiance at the 22-yard line. It'll be Wilder in the backfield with Zipfel. Motion from that far sideline. And it'll be Wilder with it again, and just a little counter inside the 20, inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone once again, but another nice run there. Again, 4 yards a carry.
Positive yards. Defiance went to, they call it the counter trade, call it the gap. They pulled the backside guard and tackle, and a nice big hole. The front side actually crushed the line down really, really well. Hey, you get 3 or 4 yards on first down, they're doing some really good things. Defiance needs to just keep this pattern going.
Well, I mean, I've always said if you get 4 yards a down, it's a first down.
That's correct.
Back to pass is Ziffel, and he'll toss this one out for Wilder. He's wide open at the 15, inside the 10, in the 5. He's going to try for the pylon. Did he get it? And he did. It's a touchdown, Bulldogs. 18 yards and nothing fancy. Wilder comes out, just a little crossing pattern, and nobody picked him up.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure Bowling Green was in man coverage, and they did not account for him at all, and he was wide open. Defiance is doing what they want to do right now. They're just establishing their will, and it seems like whatever they call, they're executing at a very, very high level.
So Anthony Wilder will have his second touchdown of this first quarter, one through the one on the ground and one from a pass from Zipfel. Nicasio Hall on for the point after. Snap is a little high. They're able to get it down, but I think it's going to be blocked. And that was a little special teams snafu on the Defiance side. So the point after will be no good.
You know, the neat part about it is when you get in the playoffs, especially when you're playing a team like Bowling Green, they don't know you and you don't know them. So everything is open. You can do some wrinkles. You can do some things that you might have did earlier in the season. Because when you play in league, you know each other inside and out. And it's hard to do those little things. And I've done like 4 games of Defiance. I have not seen that crossing route with him at all. And they executed it really well. And maybe they ran it earlier in the season. But that's a neat part about playing someone that you don't know really well.
4:45 to go opening quarter as Defiance with a big lead here on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. And, well, I don't think this game could have started outside of that point after there. I don't know that you could start a game much better.
Don't ask for anything more. Yep. Don't be complacent. It's a long game. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep the mojo running. You got the momentum. Just keep on doing it. Don't get fancy. You don't need to do that. Just keep pounding them. Keep pounding them.
So Nicasio Hall will have this one teed up as we've got Colby Joseph and Caden Torres for BG standing back inside their 10. As Hall will squib this one down, and I think
Defiance are going to be offsides.
Yep.
Got a little bit too aggressive down here at the bottom. And that's tough because your timing is off. Whenever you try to do that little squib kick, you just got to slow down a little bit. And they didn't do that. They kind of got ahead of the kicker, and that's what happens. And, I bet Defiance will tee it up and probably try to kick it long. They've had some pretty good success with that.
So as a coach here, you're up 16-0 early in this game. You don't do a lot of onside kick type little things like that. Is that maybe just in case you need to get a game? Is it an opportunity to just get it in?
They must have seen something. And by their formation, as you can see, their center, he's back 2 or 3 more yards. That's what they were trying to attack. So it's something that they saw on film. They thought they could take advantage of. And it was close. They were offsides. And I anticipate them probably kicking it long here.
And he'll boot this one away, and this will be fielded inside the 20. I believe it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it back towards the middle of the field looking for a blocker. Now he's going to reverse to the near sideline, finds a little bit of a hole, and he'll squeeze forward out near the 30-yard line. And, well, that was a nice job by Colby Joseph to get that return. It bottled up a couple of different times, but made some moves and made something out of that.
Yeah, it was a really nice return by that young man. And Defiance stayed in their lanes. They did come up and tackle. People don't understand when you're on kickoff, it's one of the most hardest things to do because the offense is going at you full go, and you got to make an open field tackle. But they broke down well, and they're giving their chance now for their defense to do what they've been doing all night long, and that stopped that run.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Bowling Green. They'll start again on their 30-yard line as they'll bring some extra blockers to the near sideline. Single back in the backfield. Now motion with Shannon, and it'll be just a toss to this near sideline. He's got some space. He's going to gain a couple of yards, but it really looks like they're just trying to use these formations and the motion to create some edge space for their runners. But Defiance done a nice job of getting out there and containing that.
Yeah, what Bowling Green's trying to do is they're trying to outnumber Defiance. They went another unbalance there. They went tight end, wing, and a receiver, and the tight end was covered up. We always called that a Jimmy call because he's ineligible. So they're just trying to get more people to the point of attack, and Defiance is running the ball really well right now. They know where it's going.
So give him 3, 2nd down and 7 at the 33-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield now behind Gillespie, and he's going to throw for the first time tonight. Pressure coming. He's going to go to that far sideline. He's got a wide-open man. It's going to be enough for a BG first down, and that'll be caught on that far sideline, and that's Aiden Roletter, the big tight end, his sophomore tight end. It's his 4th reception of the season.
Give that freshman quarterback some credit. He took a licking right there, and he's hurting right now. And he was able to get the ball off, real nice ball, and the guy was wide open in the flats. And that's that play action I was talking about that they need to try to establish. And he's trying to shake off the cobwebs right now. And I bet this play is 100% going to be a run here for Bowling Green.
So 2 backs will line up in 1 back now in the backfield. And that'll be Jamison Horst. Play clock under 10. And now motion, they'll just toss it to Shannon on this near sideline. He's got some room, and it's closed quickly. Strung out to this near sideline and just nowhere to go. Joey Robinson leading the charge for Defiance. And, boy, I tell you what, JC Shannon, they use him in that motion a lot, try to get him a little bit of a head start. And he's a quick young man, but Defiance pursuit just not able to get around it.
Kudos to Defiance's defensive ends or outside linebackers. They were not allowed to get hooked there. They just kept stretching it. And when you do that, that allows more defenders to get to the ball, and that's exactly what Defiance did. They even lost a yard on that. So great pursuit by the Bulldogs, and great job of not getting hooked on that.
2nd and 11, back now at the 43-yard line. Second man around that far side, and it will be a nice gain this time for junior running back Colby Joseph. He's going to go out at about midfield, so he's going to gain about 6 yards on that run. Yeah. Nothing fancy, but just, again, like you said, trying to get more men out there, outnumber Defiance on that far side.
Ran a little motion there, too, to get a little bit of a head start. And he just saw a crease, and he turned it up. And, nice run by the young man. But this is where you want Bowling Green. You got your 3rd down and 4 or 5. Make it tough on that quarterback.
Gillespie under center again, and he'll just toss it to that far sideline. It'll be Joseph. He's going to be hit immediately and dropped. Nowhere to go. Joey Robinson, leading tackler for this team. He came in at 140 tackles on the season. First man to the football.
I tell you what he's doing is he's reading those guards. And when he saw that guard fly out to his right, he just filled. And that's a very good play by that linebacker, young man. And he filled, and he let him know he was in the hole.
Not only is Joey Robinson, he's not the biggest guy, very athletic, very strong, but you talked about it. He is one smart football player.
You can definitely tell. They've done a lot of film work this week, and they've studied him.
So Bowling Green's going to go for it here. 4th down and 4, right at the midfield stripe. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to throw as he'll roll to this near sideline. All kinds of pressure coming. Penalty marker is down. It goes in and out of the hands. He was looking for Colby Joseph. It's in the area of holding, I would imagine, here with the incomplete pass. It'll be declined, but we'll see what the penalty marker is.
Good job by Defiance of covering all the zones on the play action. Great job. They had everything covered. He had actually nowhere to throw the ball.
So the penalty was holding. It'll be declined, so it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Defiance offense, so we'll come back on here, but credit the defense.
Yes.
They give up the 1 first down, but outside of that have done such a great job of containing this BG offense.
Yeah, they are playing really well. They're doing a lot of good things. They're containing the ball. They're running to the ball. They're tackling well. They're not letting people behind them. Defiance got a great game plan going right now. They're executing it well.
2 backs in the backfield on 1st down and 10 at midfield for Defiance. And it'll be 2nd man through is Wilder. Right up the gut he goes. He breaks some tackle at the 40, 35, 30. He's got a blocker out there. Outruns the blocker, outruns the defender. It'll be knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. What a run there by Anthony Wilder. Little patience. turn the Jets on.
Oh, yeah, wow. Defiance is just running simple isolation plays, and that's exactly what they did right there. He did a really nice job of following his lead blocker, and he was able to cut off him to the outside, and that's all she wrote, and I'd give him the ball again. I mean, that young man, he's running hard. He's running real hard.
47 yards on first down. It not only goes inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone, but inside the 5 all the way down to the 3. Wilder and Abel Rubio will be in the backfield with Brez Ziffel on first down and goal. And it will be Wilder. He's got it again. He's going to come to this near sideline into the end zone, and a touchdown, a Premier Bank touchdown. How about that? It's still the first quarter, and that young man's got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Defiance has found something. They're in their 2-back set, and Bowling Green has no answer for their 2-back formations and what they're doing out of it. Defiance is controlling the line of scrimmage. Their running backs are hitting the holes hard. They're running hard. They're clicking on all cylinders right now, and it can show being 22-0. Hopefully soon to be 23.
Maybe 24.
Yeah, they're going for 2. Good call. Why not?
So Ziffel will be in the backfield with Rubio directly behind him, and it will be just a little in the round. This is Wilder who's going to throw it in the back of the end zone, and Jordan Wright wide open. A little trickeration, 2-point plays. You pull out all the stops.
Like I said, at this point in the season, all these trick plays can come out. Maybe you used them earlier in the season. People haven't seen it. This is what makes, playoff football a lot of fun, and there was nobody within 10 or 15 yards of them.
Well, it's a Premier Bank touchdown, his 3rd of the night already for Anthony Wilder, and Defiance takes a 24-0 lead on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Ensuing kickoff. This one will go out of bounds on this near sideline. And, well, I guess if anything's going to go wrong, something's got to not work right.
That's okay because Bowling Green's almost broke 2 of them on their kickoff return. So there's nothing wrong with that. Give your guys a little bit of a breather right here. Your defense is playing lights out right now. Just let them go out and do what they've been doing.
So if you're Sean Kiss, you're down 24-0 in the first quarter. I think you got to see they need something positive on this drive.
Definitely. They need some first downs, and they got to stay true to their game plan, and this is what they've done all year long, and I don't see them changing, a whole lot. Little play action here or there, but, here we go, though. They're going gun, and they're going 3-by-1, so let's see what happens.
Shotgun formation for BG. Trips to the far sideline. It'll be an inside give. This is Horst with it. He's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped and just nowhere to go. Now, maybe is this maybe just change up that formation, spread the Defiance defense out a little bit?
That's exactly what he was doing. He's trying to spread those guys, get those linebackers out of the box because the linebackers are cleaning up on everything. And so that was a good adjustment, by Bowling Green. But Defiance defended it real well. We'll see if Bowling Green continues to spread it out, to get Defiance spread out, to see if they can create some running lanes.
So they're going to give him a yard on that first down carry. So 2 receivers now to the far sideline, single receiver to the near side, 1 back in the backfield. Motion from that far sideline, just a little jet sweep and
false start.
Some motion early here, and this will back them up 5 yards. And, well, for BG, this first quarter has just
it's been disastrous. That doesn't even help right there. Yeah, anything that could went wrong has went wrong for them. special teams blunders. They can't stop, Defiance. They're having a hard time getting first downs. But there's a reason for that, and that's because the Defiance Bulldogs, they're playing very well right now.
Yeah, I have them down for just one first down on the pass on the last drive, and that is it so far in this first quarter. So final,
and that's okay. If they get a first down thrown on you, there's nothing wrong with that.
Make them do it again.
That's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
This, barring a penalty, probably the last play of the first quarter. It'll be shotgun again for Bowling Green, and we've got a timeout, Bobcats. It's a Mark Moats Ford timeout. We'll take it with him. 9 seconds to go. First quarter, 24-0. Defiance, your leader on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. And we welcome you back here to Fred J. Brown Stadium as you get a look inside the Defiance huddle there, as see Joey Robinson getting some words of wisdom there from Coach Greiwe. And
yeah, whatever he's saying, just keep on doing it, because they're executing.
It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, they're doing well right now. Keep it up.
So second down and 14, and well, if you're Bowling Green here, you want to get some of this back. They're not a chunk yard type of team where they are, get in those throwing situations. So we'll see what they dial up here. They're going to stay in shotgun formation. Two receivers to the far sideline and a single back in the backfield to the left of Gillespie, and now it'll be Shannon in motion. They're going to fake the sweep, and they're going to just throw a quick hitter out of the backfield. Nothing crazy there. It'll be hauled in by Jamison Horst, but he's tackled immediately, and it's going to be a third down and long when we start this second quarter.
Good discipline by Defiance's DBs here. They stayed home, and that young man stayed home in the flat, and he did a really nice job of not bailing on the motion, and also the receiver to his side went deep. So good discipline, good play by Defiance Bulldogs.
Well, we'll flip sides of the field, and we'll come back and play this second quarter. It's been a good one so far for Defiance fans. Defiance leads at 24-0. We're back with that more after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Well, we welcome you back here to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Well, Chris, the first home playoff game for Defiance in this community since 2003. They've been in for a pretty good treat here so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, they definitely have. Defiance has come out ready to play, and they're hitting on all cylinders right now. And I really like how the offense and defensive line are just controlling this game, and they can do whatever they want offensively and defensively right now. And it's a big reason because the guys up front.
So it'll be a third down and 6 at their own 39-yard line as they flip it. Now they'll go right to left. Have two receivers, now 3 out to that far sideline. Single back in the backfield, and it'll be just a rollout to that far sideline looking to throw. Pressure, nothing there, and he's got an open man at midfield, and that is hauled in, and a nifty move after the catch to go into Defiance territory. That was caught. Hauled in by Joey Klein, a 6'2" senior, and nice job there. Patience and just finding somebody to throw the football to.
Good play by Bowling Green. Originally, Defiance had everything all covered, and he pulled up, he stopped, he hesitated, kind of let things settle a little bit, and found one of his receivers open for a big gain, a big first down. And Bowling Green needed a little bit of confidence, and I think they got a little bit right there.
From the Defiance 41.
So it'll be first down and 10 now at the Defiance 46-yard line. Single back again in the backfield is Horst with Gillespie, and he's going to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's going to be hit and dropped all the way back inside their own territory, and that was Abel Paxton that got through. And, wow, what a job to penetrate and not give up and get after that quarterback.
Yeah, Abel Paxton tomorrow during film session needs to tell his DBs thank you, because they had everything covered. There was absolutely nowhere for Bowling Green to throw, and it made it easy for him to get in there. And of course, he did his job, from the defensive line position, but that's what you would call a coverage sack, and great job by Defiance's secondary.
So that'll be a loss of 10 all the way back to the 44-yard line. So 2nd down and 20 for BG. And, just when they had a little something going, it stutters there, but they'll throw again here on 2nd down. And Gillespie's going to throw. He's got another man open and just kind of finding a little spot underneath the DBs. And that'll be hauled in by Carter Earl. And, again, they're nothing fancy, but they're just trying to find like a little open spot in the zone, looks like.
What they're doing is it's called the flood route. They're sending a guy deep, they're sending a guy short, and they're hitting the guy in the middle for a little curl route, and they're executing it really well. Defiance is there coming up and making the tackle, but you're still, Bowling Green is 3rd down and 9. This is where they want them.
Trips to the near sideline now, to the left of Gillespie. He's going to roll that way. Pressure coming. He's chased back the other way. He's got room. Will he tuck it? Nope. He's going to force the throw, and it'll be complete. Should be good for a 1st down, and that'll be caught again by Joey Klein all the way down to the 35, and that's a Bowling Green 1st down.
Well, for a freshman and being under that much distress, he's really keeping his composure and finding his open receivers, and I actually think he might have went down on the sideline over there. Looks like he might be cramping.
He's had to run quite a bit just to get the time, but to your point, a quarterback that came in 25 of 42 has looked, I think, pretty good throwing the football here. A freshman in his first playoff game has looked pretty good throwing the football.
And I'm sure that this was not what Bowling Green wanted to do. They wanted to establish the run. They probably wanted to keep the passing to a minimum. I don't know, 5 maybe passes, per quarter, but they're just in a situation right now where they have to pass if they want to get back into this football game. And for the most part, they're doing a pretty good job. And now Defiance has got to make their adjustment. They've done what they were supposed to do. They stopped the run. Now they got to stop the pass. So they're going to have to make a little bit of adjustment here as far as their coverage and understanding what Bowling Green's trying to do to them.
So Grant Gillespie will go off to the sideline.
For some reason, they're walking it back, and I didn't see a flag.
Are they going to say it was incomplete? I did not see
I didn't see any handkerchief on the ground at all. Holding penalty.
Okay. So we get it from the PA guy there.
Yeah.
Saying a holding penalty. So
thank you, Larry Saxon. He was my former biology teacher way back when.
So negates what would have been a 1st down for Bowling Green, and it's going to back them all the way up to their own 45-yard line. So this will be 3rd down and 19, and it'll be Jamison Horst, who started the season at the quarterback spot. He'll be in the backfield to take the snap in shotgun formation. Trips to his left, and he's back to the pass. He's going to go deep over the right sideline, and this will be out of reach of pretty much everybody. He might have been even out of bounds a little bit, as he was looking for, once again, Joey Klein on that far sideline, and Jordan Wright, nice coverage on that far sideline.
Well, I can see why he was a starting quarterback early on, because that was a really nice pass. He's got a really nice arm. Defiance had really good coverage on it, so we might see him back at quarterback. We'll see how the freshman quarterback, if he returns or not.
So it'll be forcing a 4th down punting situation for Bowling Green, as Colby Joseph will stand at his own 33, and he's going to run, and they're going to fake it.
Oh, man.
And he's got all kinds of green space. One got to beat. He tries to leap the defender, and he will be hit by Eli Howerton and dropped. There's a penalty marker that came in late.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's going to be on Bowling Green probably for leaping, and I don't understand that call, but I guess it's for safety. Bowling Green definitely saw. So I think he had an option either to kick it or to run it.
So now they're trying to see what.
Because I think every referee on the field threw the flag.
Yeah, there's a lot of laundry out there for sure. So we're waiting the call from our referee.
It should be Defiance ball.
Personal foul against Bowling Green, and that will be declined, and Defiance will take over on downs at the 40-yard line. So I'll give credit to Bowling Green there. They saw some open space there. They you're down 24 here early in the second quarter.
Sure, why not? You got nothing to lose. Do it. Good call by their coach, and they were just a couple yards shy, and Defiance was able to rally up and make the open field tackle.
So it'll be first down and 10 Defiance at their own 40-yard line. Single back in the backfield with Brez Ziffel. And it will be Wilder with it. He'll get the little toss to this near sideline. He's got space across the 45, 50 into Bowling Green territory inside their 45-yard line. And a gain of 17 on first down. Anthony Wilder continues to run very, very hard.
Yeah, boy, Defiance is doing a great job of just sealing the corner. They got the corner sealed right away. There was nothing but green outside, and that's a tribute to hard-working blocking, by their linemen and also by the wing back right there. Good execution by Defiance Bulldogs.
So it'll bring up first down for Defiance inside BG territory at the 43-yard line. Two backs now in the backfield. It'll be Rubio and Wilder. And it will be Rubio with the football. Right up the gut he goes across the 40. He's going to be hit and dropped. And that's going to be close to a first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard shy.
Bowling Green has no answer for Defiance's isolation play. And that time Defiance led two players up in the hole. They had the wing and the other back, and they just have no answer for Defiance on that. Coach Cooper and his staff are doing a really nice job of scheming up Bowling Green, and I would just keep pounding them and just wear them down.
Clock nearing the 8-minute mark before halftime. Second down and 1 for Defiance at the 34-yard line of Bowling Green. Knocking on the door again. It'll be Rubio to the left, Wilder to the right of Brez Ziffel in the backfield on this second down and short. And it will be Ziffel who keeps it. He's going to be hit in the backfield, just nowhere to go. And looked like he had a little bit of an option there to hand it off or keep it. And I think he might have chose the wrong option.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably the first play of the night that Defiance has gotten negative yards, and something wasn't right. Somebody went the wrong way or something, but he hung onto the ball, and, let's live for another down. Let's just be safe with it.
So that'll be a loss back to the 38-yard line, and it'll be a third down and 5 for the Defiance offense. Again, they'll come out two backs in the backfield. Rubio and Wilder again. And it will be Wilder with it going left side. He's got room at the 40, and he's going to probably all for naught. A penalty marker thrown up into that line space. So we'll see what the penalty is, but
yeah, it's going to be holding on Defiance, and what they're trying to do is they're reaching the next defender to the way the ball's going, and I think what ended up happening is he actually kind of tackled the defensive lineman, and they saw it, and whenever that happens, they're going to call holding right away. But Defiance is able to get to the edge. The offensive lineman just got to understand, hey, if the guy's flowing away, I can't tackle him, just let him go, because he's already away from the ball anyways. That's just one of those things that you just kind of got to feel for and know where the ball's going.
So this will back them up all the way to the 48-yard line. It'll be third down and 15 for Defiance. It's might be their first third and long of the entire first half so far. And
might see a screen here. Had a lot of success with that in the last couple of weeks.
Ziffel looking as he rolls to his left, now back to the right. And you're right, he's trying to set up that screen to Wilder. It'll be in and out of his hands. Or did he held on to it, I think. Might have been better off to let that one hit the turf, but nonetheless, it's going to be a big loss, and for Defiance, the offense stutters. Flip it over for Sean Kiss and Bowling Green. That's a huge thing for their defense on that side.
They needed that, and that right there shows, hey, they've studied Defiance. They know that screens are a big part of their package. They read it well, and you know what? We're kind of actually lucky that didn't get picked off, but good defensive stand by Bowling Green, and they'll try to get this ball back and try to go back and score before half.
Joey Klein back to receive the punt from Noah Gomez, and it's a high, wobbly kick. It'll hit at the 30. It'll take a bit of a Defiance roll inside about the 27-yard line, and that's where the Bowling Green offense will come on. But, again, we talk now, if you're Bowling Green, you're looking for any positives that you can get from, win a drive, win a, anything.
Yeah.
That was a good defensive series for that Bowling Green defense.
Yeah, they definitely need it because Defiance has been doing what they want to do. And like I said, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and there's holes out there. The running backs aren't getting touched for 5, 10, 15 yards. So, for once, Bowling Green was able to stand up, and we'll see what they can do here.
So it looks like the freshman Gillespie will be back in at quarterback, and he's going to just throw quickly out to that far sideline, and their receiver Shannon stumbles, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of a few, but nothing really fancy there. Just a little quick hitter to that far sideline.
Yeah, they're just trying to get the ball out in space to some of their athletes, and it's just like, a run play. It was good for, 4 yards, and maybe give him some confidence, and it was quick too, because he hasn't had much time to throw the ball, and I think that's what they wanted to do, is to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands real quick, make an easy read, and try to get some positive yards.
So Gillespie will be in shotgun formation again. He'll have Horst to his left, and he'll roll to that left side, and he's looking to throw, and it'll be caught, hauled in at the 34-yard line, pushed out of bounds immediately, and that is a nice job of staying focused on that football. JC is Shannon out of the backfield, hauls that in. It's a short gain, but well, it's a nice athletic play there by that young man.
Yeah, that really was. And that's just the old, sprint out pass, and they flooded all the routes again. And that was a good ball. It can only be in one spot, and it had to be up and over the Defiance defender. And he hauled it in for, a small gain. But once again, it's just something little positive, and that's what Bowling Green needs here. But this is where Defiance wants them. Once again, 3rd down and 4 or 3rd down and 5. How many times have we seen that tonight? And this is their game plan right here.
Oh, Bowling Green's going to have to hurry. They got 3 on the play clock. They've already burnt 2 timeouts due to that, and they're going to have to burn their final timeout here with 4:58 to go in the second quarter. That play just so slow to come in from the sideline, and just not able to get to the line and make it happen.
Yeah, there's probably quite a bit of thinking going on right now, because I'm sure they're not used to being in this situation so much. You have a play chart of, your 3rd down and 4 or 5, and like I said, they've already been in this situation 4 or 5 times already, and they might have burned through their plays. So, I can understand what's going on, but, you might as well use them. Don't
can't take them to the locker room.
That's exactly right. And what a good time for it. At least they're all going to be on the same page, and we'll see what they come up with here on 3rd down and 4.
Well, as we look at some of the other matchups around, try to pull up some scores here if we can while we're in this timeout. We'll keep it here, and obviously some area teams around. And how about this? Wapakoneta 42-0 already in the second quarter. Salina trailing McNicholas 14-3. GMC Fairview up big on Woodmore 21-3. Mohawk leading Edgerton. Tenora tied with Cary 14-14, and Bluffton ahead of Paulding just 7-0 in that game.
Good competitive games.
And that's what we love to see.
Yep. That's what it's all about.
So 3rd down and 4 here for Bowling Green at their own 34-yard line. It'll be Gillespie in the backfield. He'll have, and we got motion. This is going to go back. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 now, as little jump on this near sideline. And just when you think maybe they have found a little something here and there, it's these things that they're just kind of stumbling over themselves.
Yeah, definitely. They are out of sync tonight in a lot of different fashions. And at this point in the season, there's absolutely no reason for that to happen. He's the only receiver on that side. Just get set and go. And Bowling Green went to a tight bunch formation, so they're probably going to go outside or go that way. And looks like they're staying in the same formation.
Horst in the backfield again. Gillespie's got all kinds of pressure. He eludes the first man. Pass is tipped, and it'll just go over the head. I thought he had a receiver over there. It looked like it was maybe the other shoulder, and he couldn't get himself turned around.
Yeah, definitely. He was open, and I think he was not expecting the ball to come his way. He just seemed like he didn't even make an effort to go up and catch it. But Defiance held, and they're going to have some time left here to go down and score and maybe put this thing away here before half.
Well, the freshman quarterback, Grant Gillespie, again, we weren't sure what to expect out of him, not throwing as much, but he's been fairly poised back there considering the amount of pressure he's seen.
Yeah, he's been doing actually pretty well for under the circumstances.
So, obviously, Defiance going to be spying on a fake punt. Nothing this time. It'll be a low line drive kick. It'll be hit at the 40. It's going to take a Defiance hop, and they'll down it at about the 46-yard line. And
good decision.
Well, again, not a great punt from
exactly
Bowling
right.
Green. So.
Yeah, good decision. You could see the Defiance coaches yelling. A lot of teams call it poison. Some people call it red. Just get away from the ball because you're going to have great field position. You got plenty of time. Don't take a chance of coming up and picking it up and then fumble it and giving Bowling Green the ball back.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Defiance, their own 45-yard line. 4:43 to go in the first half. 24-0 Bulldogs on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard as Ziffel will pass on first down, and he'll go deep over the middle. He's got a wide-open receiver. It's Jordan Wright inside the 20, 15, inside the 15 to the 10, dragging defenders inside the 5-yard line. Wow, what a play. That'll go 50 yards from Ziffel to Jordan Wright. And what a nice first down play from the Bulldogs.
Well, let's start with the protection. He had all day to throw the ball. The pass pattern that was run was an 8-cut or a post pattern. That takes a lot of time to even run that pattern, and he had all day to sit back, let him clear, and he just let it go. What a perfect strike all the way down until the 4-yard line. Great play on first down.
Joey Klein, the senior defensive back, who has been a target on offense here in this first half as well. Looks like they're going to take a look at him. So we'll take an injury timeout here. It's a Mark Motes Ford timeout. 4:31 to go first half. Defiance leading Bowling Green 24-0. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
And we welcome you back here to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Defiance inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone again here tonight at the 4-yard line, first down and goal. And well, you come off of the punt there, first down, why not take a shot?
Yeah, definitely. And Defiance had to see something there with the secondary action because he was wide open. They got plenty of time. Great protection once again for the Bulldogs. And let's see if they can punch it in here.
Abel Rubio single back in the backfield with Ziffel on first and goal. They'll give it to him. He'll go left side. He's going to dive towards the goal line. He's going to be about a yard shy, and we've got some extracurriculars as the couple of players flinging to the turf afterwards, and the referee just getting in there and saying, hey, let's calm down a little bit.
Hey, Defiance went back to the simple old ISO play to the tight end side. I think you're going to see it again. And what I really like about that play is there was no call by the referees. You got two high school kids going at it, going hard. They didn't do anything, that was going to hurt each other or anything stupid. They're just playing hard, playing to the whistle. So good no call by the referees. You like to see that.
Second down and goal at the 1-yard line. Rubio again, the single back, this time to the right of Ziffel in the backfield. Motion as Walter will come and reset, and we're going to run right behind him, and it'll be a 1-yard touchdown run. And Abel Rubio gets into the mix here, and Defiance will tack on 6 more with 3.5 to go here in the second quarter.
Bowling Green has absolutely no answer for Defiance's power running game with the isolation. They're getting 5-6 yards a pop on him. Defiance moved the line of scrimmage. The ISO back didn't touch the linebacker until he was in the end zone, so he just walked in. Good job by Defiance up front.
Nicasio Hall on for the point after. Snap is there. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And Defiance will tack on the point after. And with that Premier Bank touchdown run of 1 yard for Abel Rubio, it is now 31-0 Defiance. 3:28 to go before halftime. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. And we welcome you back as you take a look at the Defiance sideline there. And that's got to be a happy group of young men who have really performed well in this first home playoff game since 2003.
Yeah, definitely so. And I really love what Defiance is doing. They're just setting the tone physically, just pounding and taking charge of Bowling Green. And, there's some people that are looking down like a good old Woody Hayes. He's loving this. Good old-fashioned, hard-nosed football. Run the ball between the tackles, isolation, pulling people, trapping people. He's got a big old smile, and it's really good to see Defiance get back to his fundamental, offensive line play, fundamental offense, and they're taking it to Bowling Green right now.
Nicasio Hall will have this teed up for the ensuing kickoff. And it's a high end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded just outside the 15. It's dropped at the 8-yard line, and he'll try to reverse field, go to that far sideline. Not a lot of space. Open field tackle coming, and boy, just a miscue there. Yep. And a nice hustle job there by Chase Camaso, the sophomore, to get down there. And again, a lot of things can happen when you get a fumble and you try to reverse it. There could have very easily been some green space over there. Nice job special teams-wise for Defiance on that play.
Let's give the kickoff team some kudos. They stayed in their lanes, and they stayed what's known as discipline. They didn't leave. They have a job. His job was outside contained. He ran from one sideline to the other, and a lot of times you can get sucked in. That didn't happen. Great discipline by Defiance on the kickoff there.
Well, and for Bowling Green, their ears are kind of back here at their own 12-yard line for first down and 10. Gillespie in the backfield will have a single back to his left and a pair of receivers to the near sideline, and he'll just hand it off up the middle. He's got some space. This is Horst with it. He goes out across the 20, and he's going to get a first down. But, well, that's a nice first down play for Bowling Green. Nothing too fancy, but it's going to get them out of the shadow of that end zone.
Yeah, I thought we might see a little bit of hurry up here because they have no more timeouts, but it looks like they're just going to be content with just running the clock out here.
Clock spinning near the 3-minute mark as the play's still trying to come in from the sideline. And he saw Gillespie come over, and then he kind of went back and talked to the coach a little bit more, but play clock at 15. And again, like you said, they're out of timeouts, so play clock under 10. Play clock is now at 5. Gillespie in shotgun formation, play clock at 2, and they get the snap off. He's looking to pass. He's going to go left side, and this is going to be picked off by Stockman at the 35-yard line. He's going to go across the field to the 30, and it'll be hit and dropped, and that'll be inside the 29, and that'll be the first turnover of the night here tonight, and it's a Cohen-Stockman interception on just a little streak pattern down this left side.
Yeah, it was an out and up by the wing back, and that was a really poor decision by Bowling Green's quarterback. Defiance was all over. They had a person underneath, a person over top, and the quarterback should have just thrown away because there was absolutely no window at all to throw. But Defiance sat on it, came up and picked it up, and they might be able to score here again before half and to really put this thing away.
So Defiance offense will come onto the field after the first turnover of the night. Turnovers are good. Points off of turnovers are even better.
Yeah, you've got to convert them, and that's what Defiance has been able to do.
Rubio to the right, Wilder to the left of Brez Ziffel in shotgun formation. And it will be Rubio, first man through, and just up the gut. Read nicely this time by the Bowling Green defense, and it'll be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Defiance went to just simple inside zone, and whenever you go to inside zone, it's basically one-on-one, and Defiance didn't have that extra lead blocker like they have been, so that kind of makes sense. And if I was Defiance, just get back to what you've been doing, just a power football with the lead back, a kick out back, pulling a guard or tackle. That's where they've had all their success.
Clock spinning under 2 minutes to go before halftime. And we invite you to join us at halftime. We'll get you some stats and scores and marching band performances and all kinds of stuff coming up for you. Second down and 10, two backs in the backfield again with Ziffel. This will be Wilder coming to the near sideline. He's got a little bit of space. He's going to be hauled down. This is, I think, going to be a horse collar tackle against Bowling Green.
Yeah, we're going to move the ball. That's a really tough play. I mean, the defender, he's fighting off the block. He reached out, he got the back of his jersey, and you have to call that. So this is going to move Defiance a lot closer to the goal line with 1:19 left.
So it'll be a personal foul with the horse collar tackle against Bowling Green. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, so that'll take him all the way. It should take him down to the 15-yard line, and that will put him inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone again here tonight, and a first down for Defiance at the 15-yard line, and that's a big penalty right here.
Yeah, it sure is. And, you know, that's the thing. You can't get on your players about it because they're fighting, and it's just one of those things, and you just got to try to let go. But Defiance has got a great opportunity to score here with a minute left.
Two backs again in the backfield as Logan Hutchison checks in with Anthony Wilder. They go off that right side. It'll be bottled up by the Bowling Green defense this time, and just not a lot of room to run. And I believe Defiance going to burn their first timeout here of the first half. Mark votes for timeout. We'll take it with them. 52 ticks left in the second quarter. Defiance 31, Bowling Green 0. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
All right, we're back at Fred J. Brown Stadium as you see the Defiance huddle there on the Defiance sideline as they're looking to tack one more on here. And, well, it's not any secret. 30 points or more deficit after halftime of that running clock. They're at 31. One more would ensure even if Bowling Green would score, you're still going to keep that running clock. And it is tough.
It is.
To get back into a game when that clock's spinning.
People don't realize that, you know, if they can score right here, you're putting the game out of reach. You're going to make the game go so much faster. This really is a really important possession for Defiance, and I'm sure they're going to work to try to score here at all costs.
So it'll be second down and 9. Ball spotted at the Bowling Green 14-yard line. 52 seconds to go in this first half. Defiance with 2 timeouts. Bowling Green has burned all of theirs. As the offense will come to the line, it'll be Rubio in the backfield with Brez Ziffel. And it will be Rubio with it. Nope, they're going to throw, back corner of the end zone, and this one will be intercepted. That one was intercepted in the back corner of the end zone, and it's the first Defiance turnover of the night. And give credit to Carter Earl, the senior safety, who leads this team with 4, now 5 interceptions on the season.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Jordan Wright was wide open in the end zone, and Brev just missed him. They went double tight. They went some play action, tried to fake the ISO and tried to run the guy straight down the field. And give credit to Bowling Green. They stayed in their zone. They stayed deep, came up and made a play. And that could have been the knockout punch for Defiance. But you see what Bowling Green does here. They'll probably just take a knee and just go into the locker room and lick their wounds and try to figure this thing out a little bit.
In 45 seconds here, you're down 31-0 with no timeouts. Looks like it's going to be a tight formation, and they'll just a little trickeration. They try to double reverse with Shannon, and those are things that could, at your own 20-yard line, that could be a disaster.
That's a dangerous play down here right now. Although momentum's in Defiance's favor, they're getting big-time penetration, and now you got a double handoff, and then the play's supposed to go inside. That's a recipe for some dangerous activity there.
So it'll be a loss of 2 back to the 18-yard line. Bowling Green doesn't have to run a play here, but they'll come up, they'll go under center, and it'll be just a toss to that far sideline. And
we got a false start.
Yep. It's a penalty against Bowling Green, and I think at some point if you're Coach Kiss, you just kind of say, hey, listen.
Yeah. I just would have taken a knee and let's just go in at halftime. Let's try to get this thing figured out. But yeah, they're going the wrong direction, that's for sure. Good for Defiance, but not good for Bowling Green.
And to think, too, Defiance will get the second half kickoff. And they're just going to let this clock expire. So we've reached halftime, and what a half it has been here for the Defiance Bulldogs. They'll go into the locker room with a 31-0 lead, and you can see them trying to hype up the crowd as they run off the field. And it's a nice crowd here tonight at Defiance. And let's get our halftime show courtesy of Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, celebrating 70 years of helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. You can visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, or online at midwestcommunity.org. And, well, Chris, taking a look at this first half, a very dominant performance here from this Defiance team on all sides of the football.
In every aspect of the game. And this is what I'm going to contribute that to. I'm going to contribute to what's known as the Western Buckeye League.
Yeah.
It definitely has prepared them for this first round of the playoffs. They are physically just dominating Bowling Green in every aspect. And that's because every week you got to come ready to play in the WBO. And if you don't, you're just going to hand everything. It's going to be handed to you. So that's really prepared for them. They've had a very, very tough schedule. They've competed well. And now you're starting to see the fruits of that very tough schedule and going through the WBO.
Well, for Bowling Green, it just kind of went sideways for them, from the get-go. I mean, nothing on that first offensive series. Pair that with the bad snap on the punt, the safety. I mean, it just really couldn't
snowballed. It snowballed on them. They weren't able to recover. And, you can kind of, recover from 2 points, but then you get down 10 points, then you get down 16 points, and the ball was just rolling for Defiance, and they just had no answer for Defiance's offense at all. And their offense, they just couldn't get it going. And you know what? I think it might have went back to, like you said before, their senior leader up front, their center going down, and people don't understand what an impact that it has, that a guy who's a leader out there, and he's probably making all the line calls, making all the adjustments, he's doing everything, and now they got a new guy in there doing that who hasn't done it with experience. That probably means a lot, and I think we're seeing Defiance definitely take advantage of that.
Well, and it even from a mental side, right? Your center goes down on the first offensive play. Offense sputters out. The snap goes into the end zone for the safety. Defiance comes right back after that. They get the ball. They get down there. They score. And it's 10-0 in the first 2 minutes of the game. From a mental side, they got just kind of
they got slapped.
They got hit right in the jaw from the opening bell. And, sometimes it's, again, we're still talking about young teenage men here that are trying to come out here and compete in this game.
Yeah, and high school kids, you can overcome some of the physical stuff, but when you get down mentally, these high school kids, they just shut down. And I think that's kind of, what we've seen. The coaches got to go in at halftime. They got to pump up their players and say, hey, there's always two halves. Defiance scored 31. Why can't we score 31? So they got to be positive. But, yeah, you're right. It's just tough to overcome that. And just the mental aspect of, of what Defiance has done to them, physically, it's got to be a tough thing for Bowling Green to swallow right now.
At the half, Defiance leading Bowling Green 31-0. Our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union will roll on. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the Bowling Green Marching Band on the field. We'll hear from them next here on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Bobcat Band ends our show tonight with a crowd favorite disco hit. Please join the Bobcat Band as we play YMCA, conducted by Brianna Irvin.
is the Bowling Green Bobcat Marching Band as they giving us our halftime performance here. Again, our score at halftime here on a Marco's Pizza scoreboard: Defiance 31, Bowling Green 0. More of our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show rolls on after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
We open our performance with the powerful hard rock classic from Guns N' Roses. Here is Sweet Child O' Mine. Next selection comes from Olivia Rodrigo, first appearing on the scene as an actress for Disney. Rodrigo extended into a solo career in 2021 with the release of her debut album, Sour. Here is one of the hit singles from that album, Good For You. conclude this evening's performance, the Band of Class will feature our percussion section as the band grooves to the classic by Steppenwolf. Hold on to your seat as we take you on a magic carpet ride. Band of Class.
And that is the Defiance High School Marching Band of Class wrapping up their performance here at halftime, our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. Defiance leading tonight 31-0. We'll take one more time out here and we'll come back. We'll look at this first half and we'll get you set for the second half coming up right after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium here at Defiance High School as this Division III Region 10 opening round playoff matchup here tonight. It has been nothing but Defiance in this first half. And, well, as I tend to do here, let's go into the locker room with Coach Dales. Let's start for Defiance. Much easier probably conversation for Coach Cooper, but really stay the course here.
Yep.
You know, nothing crazy. Let's not get any injuries in the second half.
Yeah, first thing is I'm sure he met with his coaching staff, and I don't think there's any adjustments that need to be done. Stay true to your game plan, offensively and defensively. Let's not change a thing. Everything is working real well. That's the easy part. Now, the hard part is getting the kids focused, coming back out the second half. What you want to tell them is this, guys. Okay, let's not come out. Let's not be complacent. Let's come out just like we did in the first half. Let's come out, set the tone, offensively, defensively, the offense and defensive line. Let's take charge, and then we're going to be fine. What you don't want to do is come out, turn the ball over, go 3 and out. Let's just do the things that we have been doing. And that's the biggest thing. Just stay positive with the kids. You're doing a lot of good things. Keep building on those good things, and always remember, hey, guys, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
That's what this is supposed to be, right?
Exactly. And you're doing that. Whenever you're kicking somebody's butt, it's a lot of fun. Let's keep on doing that. Let's be smart, because, there's always that situation where a kid could lose his temper and haul off and hit some kid, and you're done for the game. You're done for next week. Let's be smart. Let's continue to keep playing clean. And let's just go out, have fun. Let's finish this night off like we should, get a big win, and then get ready for week number 12.
Flip it over. Sean Kiss, his first year as the head coach at Bowling Green. And obviously this first half, probably not anything like they could have imagined.
No. Well, it's going to be probably the opposite. He's probably going to, get with his coaches, hey, what can we do to slow Defiance down? Do we need to get another guy in the box? Do we need to angle? Do we need to gap it? Whatever it may be. I'm sure there were some long, conversations. We got to slow this offensive down. And then he goes, obviously, to the offensive coaches. Guys, we got to move the ball. We got to score. What do we need to do? So I'm sure they're trying to work out those bugs, all right? Then obviously you get to the kids. Hey, guys, it's the second half. It's 0-0. Let's go out. You're in the playoffs. You're a good football team. There's a reason why you're here. Let's go out and show everybody why we are here. We've had some adversity. You got to overcome adversity. That's a part of the game. Everyone gets hurt or people get hurt. You just got to be able to overcome it. Let's just go out there. Let's stay true to our game plan, and let's have some fun also. So, that's what I would tell his group of guys, and let's just go out and fight. Let's battle.
Well, the 30 or more point differential after halftime, the clock will not stop except for change of possession kind of things. From a coaching standpoint, that is lightning fast.
It is.
We know what it is from a broadcast standpoint. 24 minutes is going to be about 30. But on the sidelines, it seems like it just flies by.
It really is. And people don't even understand how fast it flies by. Your whole rhythm of everything that you're used to, it all changes. And obviously you want to be on the good side of that. The bad side, it's really tough to stop the clock. It's really tough to get a score and get the ball back. But, I'm sure Defiance, they'll adjust real well. Bowling Greens are the ones that they're going to have to pick up the pace.
Yeah. Well, and we saw the struggles in the first half. They burnt through their timeouts pretty quickly, just not being able to get plays in from the sideline.
100% correct, and they're going to have to go fast. And I don't know if they have a hurry-up offense. I always had my teams with a hurry-up offense, and we were ready to go for these types of situations or at the end of the half, end of the game. And, it would be something that they should look to going to if they do have that, because, definitely time is not on their side, and it's definitely on Defiance's side.
Our halftime tonight brought to you by Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, celebrating 70 years of helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon online at midwestcommunity.org. I was checking some scores while you were talking there, and you pointed out a game to me before we started tonight that you were really interested in. I got to find it again. Delta and Norwayne tied at 28, and you said if you told me in the beginning of the before we went on air tonight, that's a 13 seed Delta taking on a 4 seed Norwayne. That's a good Delta squad.
Yeah, it really is. And once again, the NWLL is one of the top leagues, not only Northwest Ohio, but the state of Ohio. They got great coaching, great players, and that's one of those matchups that I knew that lower seed could come up with a win. And I know Coach Vickers over there, he does a great job, with the players, with the program, and so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Tenora with a 17-14 lead over Cary that game in the fourth quarter. Fairview leading Woodmore big 35-3. Edgerton trailing Mohawk 28-7. Paulding behind on Bluffton 14-0.
That's a big surprise.
Yeah,
because Bluffton is really, really good football team.
Patrick Henry on top of Evergreen 35-0. Liberty Center 51-0 at halftime. Eastwood taking it to Archbold 41-0. A couple of down further south, that was another one you thought. Lima Central Catholic, Pandora Gilboa, 27-14. That's a fairly close game. Some really, really good matchups here in this week at number 11.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They really are. And that's a neat part about the teams in this area. The teams in this area, they're just so well coached. They do so many good things. And, I'll take a Delta over wherever that team is from. I don't even know. And I know where most of the high schools are in the state of Ohio. I'll bet my money on a Delta, obviously a Liberty Center, a Patrick Henry. Just great, football programs, great tradition, all over Northwest Ohio.
Well, and you mentioned it going into the halftime break. Good to see you. Not really. But, no, I'm just kidding. But you mentioned the type of preparation you get out of playing a schedule like the Western Buckeye League, the NWOAL. It speaks volumes. And I'm not taking anything against the Northern Lakes League, but when we were prepping for this game, the 6 wins that Bowling Green has, those 6 teams have a combined record of 13-47.
Yes.
So when you look at that, it's kind of, and 2 of those teams didn't win a game all season. Then you flip it over to the Western Buckeye League, where you've got teams that Defiance has won. They've got 24-30. They're 24-36. That competition prepares you for the postseason.
100%. If you take Defiance and go do with Bowling Green's schedule, they're probably going to lose to Anthony Wayne. That Anthony Wayne is legit. But the rest of the games, they're going to be in all of them. So the WBL, without a doubt, has prepared Defiance for this playoff game, for this playoff run. And the name of the game comes down to physicality. And that's what you're seeing, because it's survival week in and week out. And the Bulldogs have done that. They've lost some close ones. They've had a couple setbacks, but they know how to survive. And tonight, they're taking that survival into another gear.
We're going to open up the third quarter here. Defiance will receive the football. And this looks like it will be Alex Wiseman Esparza who will tee it up for the Bobcats. And this second half is underway. This will be a high kind of no man's land kick, and this is going to go, it's still on the ground. I think it's going to be finally out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And
Defiance caught a break right there.
That's one of those dangerous ones. It was kind of almost a little short arcing kick. Nobody in that area, and it just kind of hit. And then you get those bounces off turf. You never know where the football's going to go.
Yeah, you practice that. We called it the old pooch kick. And what you're looking for is that dead spot. Get it high up in the air, get you guys down there and try to recover. And Bowling Green almost did.
So Defiance will have it first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line as this clock will spin with the running clock here in this second half. Defiance leading at 31-0. It'll be Brez Ziffel in shotgun formation. Quick hitter to the near sideline. This is Wilder. Makes a man miss. Goes out across the 35, and he's going to be hit and dropped at about the 35, so about a gain of 5. Clock will continue to spin. And just a little, nothing fancy, just a little quick hitter out on this near sideline.
Kind of surprised Defiance went with the pass, but the good thing was he stayed in bounds. I know with the whole running clock and stuff like that, but
habits are habits, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just try to stay true to what you do best.
Rubio in the backfield now with Brez Ziffel on second down and 6, a gain of 4, and they'll throw it again. This is caught out on the near sideline, and that'll be hauled in by Brady Borton, the senior wide receiver. That's going to be enough for a Bulldog first down out at the 45-yard line, but even as much, again, the clock continues to spin near the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, Defiance must have seen something, and they're attacking Bowling Green on the perimeter, especially, to Bowling Green's left side, and they're moving the chains, and, hey, we've already shot through 2 minutes already.
A very, very quickly moving second half, and for Defiance and for Bowling Green, this is a huge drive here to open up this third quarter. Ziffel back to pass. He's going to go left side. This is Wilder with it out across the 45 in BG territory. Be pushed out of bounds near the 37, 38-yard line. That's going to be another gain of about 17 yards. It'll be another Defiance first down. And
they're 3 for 3. They haven't even ran the ball. That's a surprise, but okay. They're executing well. The clock is running. Maybe they're working on some things.
Well, that was going to be my point. Is this an opportunity to maybe,
sure, yeah.
You know, how long are these starters going to be in there? Do you want to try to maybe look at, tuning up a little things?
That's a conversation that I'm sure the coaching staff have or did have at halftime, and you might be looking at maybe the third quarter here, especially if they get a score.
2 receivers either side. Rubio, the inside give on first down and 10, keeps those legs churning. He'll go inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a short gain on first down, but first run in the second half for Defiance.
Yeah, and you made a good point there, Josh. If they can get a score here, they can get their starters out, get them a break. We don't have to worry about injury. Get the new guys some experience. Yeah. That all plays into the whole program and what you're trying to establish.
So the play will come in from the sideline as we've now spending 8.5 and rolling third quarter in what will be a very quickly moving second half. Rubio in the backfield again, 2 receivers either side for Zipfel on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's going to go for the end zone shot. Brady Borton's wide open, and it in and out of his hands. He dropped it at the 5-yard line, and Brady Borton is saying to himself, boy, I just about had my next touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those, catches where it's too easy. There's nobody around, and you just take your eye off of it for a second. But, give credit to Defiance. They are attacking, and they're attacking hard through the air, and they want to put a statement. They want to put the old dagger in the heart is what they want to do right now.
So the play coming in from the sideline again, 7:45 and rolling third quarter, 31-0 Defiance, leading it on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Play clock nearing 5. They're going to have to hurry and get this one snapped. It'll be Rubio again in the backfield. Well, check that. It's Wilder, and he'll get the give here on third down. He'll come right side. He's going to be hit and dropped, and this drive may be stuttering here. We'll see what Defiance elects to do here. It'll be 4th down and a long 5, maybe 6 yards at the 34-yard line.
They're thinking about it. Looks like they're thinking about going for it. He might run it all the way down. He might call timeout. We'll see what now.
Yep, here comes Zipfel from the
go.
we haven't predicted anything right so far in this second half.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of thought the same thing. Let it roll down and then take the timeout. But here we go, 4th down and 6 at the 34-yard line. But it's faster than it was in that first half.
Yeah, I would hope they would even have another gear here.
It'll be Gillespie, first man through is Horst, and he'll be hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps the legs churning, and he's going to be met by some extra blue shirts. Give him a gain of about 3, but nothing checking there for the senior running back. And I 100% agree with what you're saying. They need to go faster.
They need to go faster.
They have upped it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we were seeing the plays come in. I mean, it was 10 seconds when the quarterback would get to the huddle. Now at least they're still in the 20s. But
they got to start thinking ahead. You got to have your next play ready to go. It looks like they don't have any signals. They might have wristbands. It's hard to see. But, Bowling Green wants to get back in this. They got to go definitely faster.
2 backs to the backfield on 3rd down and 5 at the 39. It'll be a toss. Now he's going to throw it. This is Horst, and this will be picked off by Jordan Wright back at the at the Bowling Green 40, and a nice seal block on this far sideline. I believe that was Joey Robinson helping out the cause, and Jordan Wright's going to get, and then we got a penalty marker with a late hit from Bowling Green coming in. And that's just some frustration there from the Bobcats.
And it seems like he's a really smart football player. He doesn't get caught up in the trickery. He doesn't get out of position. He's right there where he needs to be, and he's very disciplined. And to be, a secondary, personnel, that's what you have to be. And it's probably the hardest position to play on the field, because after you, it's the goal line. So give the young man a lot of credit.
And it's it's a reactive position.
Without a doubt.
It's almost 100% reacting to what that guy you're covering is doing. So.
Yep. And you're always going against somebody good. Always. Every play.
Is that why they call it the skilled position?
Yeah, there you go. I was always a lineman, so I don't know what that is.
Zipfel throws on 1st down, and it'll be a quick hitter to that far sideline, and he'll be hit immediately and dropped. It was Jordan Wright, but nice open field tackle on that far sideline. That was Landon Dieter, 5'9" senior, And just nice coverage there by Bowling Green.
Defiance went back to what we call the zero screen. As soon as quarterback gets it, he throws it out right away, and the blocking, begins. And Bowling Green defended it real well. And Defiance actually ran that on their first play of their first drive and got a big gain on it. So they went back to it, but Bowling Green did a much better job of defending that.
No gain, 2nd down and 10. Clock under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Defiance 31, Bowling Green 0. And the snap over the head of Brez Ziffel, and he's just going to fall on it back outside the 35-yard line. And
okay,
I mean, you don't want to take that, but I think he looked up, saw a lot of white shirts.
That was smart. Live for another day. He didn't try to make something out of it. They got a big lead, and the third quarter's almost gone. That's a senior. That's a veteran. That's a smart kid doing, some very, very good, exceptional things, especially in that situation.
So 3rd down and 24 back at the 38-yard line. As just a little miscue on the snap. It was high, went through his hands. Brez Ziffel falls on it, but it'll bring up this 3rd down and 24, and we'll see what they dial up here. Play clock's at 4. Play clock's at 2. They're going to have to get the snap off. They do, looking to throw. He's got 4 men in the pattern, all kinds of time. He's going to go back across the middle, caught by Howerton at the 25, inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line. He's going to be short. Now continues to surge forward. He's going to be about a yard shy of that first down, but what a play on 3rd down and 24.
Yeah, that play, that was not Brez's first option. His first option was a streak to the wide side of the field, and Bowling Green just had it covered. And he waited and waited. He had great protection. He looked down to his 2nd and 3rd option, found a guy over in the middle. Now it's 4th down and 1. Wow. Just a great job of being patient and finding the open receiver.
Eli Howerton holds that one in for 23. And it gives the Defiance offense an opportunity here on 4th down and 1 at the 15-yard line inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone as Stockman goes in motion. It'll be Wilder with it left side. He's got to be pushed forward. He's stopped initially, but he'll have enough for the first down. Great second, maybe even third effort there by Anthony Wilder.
Yeah, Defiance went back to what I would call the double ISO. They led 2 guys up into the hole, and Bowling Green actually did a really good job of stuffing up the hole, and that first down was made by that young man on that play. Good job, good hard running, great determination, kept the legs running. You can't ask for anything more.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Defiance at the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 now.
They'll have to run a play. Play clock's at 15, so they'll come to the line here and get inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone. They spent a lot of time there tonight. 2 backs in the backfield for Ziffel to be 2nd man through, and that is Doug Hattemer, who'll have his first carry of the night. The young sophomore getting some time in the backfield, and he'll fall forward for a gain of a couple, and that should bring our 3rd quarter to a close. On our Marco's Pizza scoreboard, Defiance 31, Bowling Green 0. 4th quarter next on DCTV Sports.
The Strady Center for the Arts, entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org. Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stanball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
And we welcome you back here to the 4th quarter. Defiance 31 and Bowling Green 0. And Chris, you just pointed out 2.5 possessions in that 3rd quarter. That's an indication of how long or how short that quarter becomes.
Yeah, it goes by super fast, and it's just almost impossible to slow that clock down. And there's a reason for it, just to protect players, and so we're not getting people hurt. But Defiance can put it in the end zone here. They'll definitely seal this win for the Bulldogs.
Hattemer in the backfield next to Ziffel on 2nd down and 8 at the 11. And they'll fake it to Hattemer. He's going to roll to his left, and he'll just hit the tight end Walter down to the 5-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about one, maybe a long one.
I thought Defiance might go to the play action because Bowling Green is coming hard. They're selling out, and that's exactly what Defiance did. But, give credit to Bowling Green. They came up and they made the tackle. And now we got 3rd down and 2. Very, very manageable for the Bulldogs. This is 4-down territory. And, I'm sure Coach Cooper's got 2 plays ready to go.
So Brez Ziffel will come in from the sideline. Ball spotted at the Bowling Green 5-yard line. Again, inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone. Hattemer to the right of Ziffel. Play clock's at 3. They'll have to snap it here. They do. Ziffel looking to throw. He's going to Wilder in the end zone. He's wide open, and it's 6 more points for this Defiance offense, who has clicked on all cylinders here tonight.
They're clicking. Defiance just went to the straight drop back, a 3-step for the quarterback, and Defiance did what is called like a 91, and the inside guy does an out route, and the outside guy just cleared it for him, and Bowling Green's not even close to staying with Defiance receivers, and that's just like 7-on-7, just pitch and catch.
So this will be Javier Moreno, a foreign exchange student, on for the point after.
Welcome to American football. There we go.
He spent some time with the soccer team and doing a little kicking with football here, so give him an opportunity here to kick a point after in this playoff game. The snap is there, kick is on its way, and
here we go.
That young man's got a point after touchdown.
He'll remember that for the rest of his life. Coming to the good old US of A and playing American football and then scoring. That's a great opportunity for him.
Anthony Wilder, his 4th touchdown, a Premier Bank touchdown of 5 yards off the pass from Brez Ziffel. Point after is good, and our score 38-0. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com. Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com.
And we welcome you back here to Fred J. Brown Stadium. 10:07 to go in the ball game. Defiance 38 and Bowling Green 0. And, it's going to be pretty tough to get that clock slowed down now. Take 2 scores.
Yeah, you're playing for a little pride right now. Let's maybe get some seniors, some touches, Bowling Green, finish off their career. You might even see Defiance with some second-team players in there, give them some playing time, let them experience this.
So the kickoff will go out of bounds from Nicasio Hall. Safe to assume they'll just take the spot out here and get themselves started. I believe it'll go to the 35-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10. Again, that clock already spinning here as the Bowling Green offense comes onto the field. Freshman quarterback Gillespie is still in there. Have 2 backs in the backfield. They'll stack that line to the left to that far sideline, and there was some motion. I think that far end guy moved a little bit.
Yeah, they went unbalanced again. They started the game off with that, and they got some more movement. And just at this point in the season, the Bobcats are just making some mistakes that just shouldn't be happening. And there's a reason for that. Defiance has got them, out of sync, and maybe they're calling out the plays that they're not used to because Defiance has got them scouted really well. There could be a lot of factors to that, but definitely they're not in sync here.
8.5 to go in the ball game. 1st down and 15 now with Gillespie. We'll have an unbalanced line to his right, our near sideline. 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be a toss to this near sideline. It'll be read well by the Defiance defense, and just nothing of anything for trying to check the back there. That was number 11, Brogan Paisley, a 5'8" senior, getting some time here on this Friday night.
There we go. That's what it's all about. Yeah, Bowling Green went unbalanced again, but they went into the short side. There's not much room over there, and Defiance just snuffed it out real well. And it's really cool to see some of the other guys get in and get some action. That's definitely what it's all about here.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12 back at the 33-yard line. This will be Shannon with it left side. He's got some green space, closes quickly, and he'll be wrapped up and taken down. That's Eli Howerton coming up from his defensive back spot to knock down that senior running back, and a little bit of space out there, but still it's going to be a 3rd and 5 here for BG.
Defiance is just doing a great job of running to the ball and pursuing, and the DBs haven't had to come up too often and make a play, and when they've had to, they've executed really well. They've broken down and did a really nice open field tackle, but this is definitely where Bowling Green does not want to be.
7 minutes and rolling here in the ball game. 38-0 Defiance. Gillespie under center, and he's going to roll out to pass. He's got some time. Now he's going to heave it down the field, and there's all kinds of contact. Nothing called, and some hand checking afterwards. And he very easily could have been a penalty called on that, but
it could have been either way actually on that. It could have been offense, it could have been defense. Good no call. I mean, we know the situation of the game, we know the running clock, and really kind of surprised that they went to play action on that. I thought maybe they might spread it out because they've had some success with that, in the first half, but that just plays right into Defiance's hands.
So to bring up 4th down and 5, 6:20 to go in the ball game. Getting 2 backs in the backfield. And it'll be just a toss to this near sideline. This will be Horst with it. He's going to be short of that 1st down and just nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. What? Defiance's defense is just swarming to the ball. I mean, there might be a sliver of a gap open for a little bit, but they're running downhill. Linebackers are filling their gaps. Secondary's coming down, and defensive line are spinning out of blocks and running to the ball. That's really, really neat to see, and Defiance has played an excellent job tonight. What a great game plan, and they've executed it to perfection.
Ball spotted on the 43-yard line.
Looks like we might see the Jays out there.
So we have to get our extra roster out and see what we can find here.
Gotta love it, yep.
And here we go. So used to be able to say clean set of jerseys coming out, but with turf, they're all pretty clean.
Yep.
So your new quarterback will be the sophomore Evan Davis, 5'11". He'll stand in the backfield with Hattemer, and Hattemer will take it on 1st down and a short gain.
Davis, quarterback for the Bulldogs.
Again, this is, give him the opportunity to get out there and play. 1, 2, don't take any chances with injuries.
Yep. Yeah, great call by Defiance coaching staff, and you're probably going to see the ball on the ground, probably for maybe 3 more plays here because, they are in their own territory, so we'll see what happens here.
So it'll be Davis in shotgun formation. He'll have 2 backs in the backfield with him on 2nd down and 9, and it'll be 2nd man through. Off to the right side goes TJ Burris. It's a 5'5" freshman getting some reps here tonight.
Good job. A little bit of crossbuck action, a little bit of misdirection by Defiance. They pulled the backside guard and did a little trap play with that. They actually executed it pretty good. What you have here is you got Defiance's JV still going against Bowling Green's varsity. They still got their varsity out there, and they're probably going to, fight to the end here.
4.5 and going here in this 4th quarter. Hattemer in the backfield with Davis on 3rd down and about 7 from the 40. Now we got motion in the backfield. They'll give it to Hattemer. Spin move at the line of scrimmage. He's going to fall forward across the 35. He's going to be real close to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, nice spin move, by the young player there. And, hey, this is very manageable. 4th down in a long 1, maybe 1.5 here. So we'll see what they can do. I'm sure Defiance is going to go for it. And this is really cool for the young group here.
Well,
they got to be pumped.
Not only getting some time on a Friday night, but a home playoff game on a Friday night. So.
And they're going against the varsity defense. I mean, they got to feel good.
So 4th down, a long one, maybe 2. Davis in the backfield. Single back with him. It'll be a straight give up the middle, and this will be nowhere to go. It'll be stuffed by the Bowling Green defense. It'll be a turnover on downs, but again,
okay.
3:20 to go here in the ball game, and Defiance is going to move on here in this Region 10, playing the winner of either Cleveland Benedictine or Tiffin Columbian. I can't say that I have a score on that, but
it was really good to see the JV offense get out there, and hopefully they'll get some rest of the seniors in and maybe start sprinkling in some young guys on defense. Looks like they still got quite a few of the starters, and I get it. You kind of want that shutout. In this situation, there's only 3 minutes left, and because the guys have worked really hard for that, and they take a lot of pride in that.
So Bowling Green will come to the line of scrimmage at the 37-yard line. 2 backs again in the backfield. Gillespie will toss to that far sideline. It's Horst with it. He's going to be hit. He's going to be pushed back. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2, on that far sideline. And wow,
same old story. Defiance is just defending that so well. I'm sure that during the year, Bowling Green has been able to seal that corner, and they just can't do it tonight. Defiance is stringing it out, and, you saw 3, 4, 5 blue jerseys there, and that's how it should be.
We just saw Alex Hinojosa, Chase Camaso, Logan Hutchison come off to the sideline, so we're getting some fresh bodies in there on this defensive side of the football as well.
Yeah, we got some young kids in there, and give them a chance. Give them some time out there and let them experience this.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 back at the 36-yard line. Again, 2 backs in the backfield. First man through and just bottled up again. Not any room at all to run. Trying to see who's coming off the bottom of that. Brogan Paisley, the senior that's getting some time here in the backfield for Bowling Green.
I will say this. The younger kids that maybe might not play that much, they are definitely holding their own out there. They're having fun and they're playing, and they don't want to let the offense and defensive down, especially these guys out here. I'm sure those varsity players says, don't let them score, because they've worked really hard for this shutout, and that puts another element to it.
Minute 30 to go here in the ball game. It's a 3rd and 8 for Bowling Green at their own 38-yard line. It'll be Pasley with it again. Left side, he's going to be hit and chopped down. A gain of about 2, so it'll be 4th down and 6, maybe a short 5. But, obviously they're going to go for it here. Yeah. But, all for naught at this point as the clock continues to spin here in the final minute of this ball game.
And I'm really excited for Defiance. They've really fought hard. They've earned this. They've come over some adversity the last few weeks to get to this point, and I'm really glad to see these young kids out there and just getting to experience Friday Night Lights. Really happy for them.
4th down here for Bowling Green's offense. It'll be a double handoff in the backfield, and this is going to be stuffed and smashed down. Dougie Hattermer back in the backfield. Shannon, their leading rusher. And if there was ever a way to end this game, the way it started, if you want to say that, a statement by the Defiance defense.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, that's their number 1 running back right there. And the JV's nowhere for him to run. And Defiance, they are ready to go in every aspect of this game. And I think that's all she wrote. They might just take a knee here.
So Defiance will set up in victory formation as Brez Zipfel will come back onto the field for this one. He's got Jordan Wright behind him, Anthony Wilder, Abel Rubio in front of him. He'll just take this shotgun snap and put a knee on it, and Defiance will move on to the next round of the playoffs. What an impressive win here tonight for this Defiance squad. Every aspect of the football game, they won it here tonight.
Yep, impressive, dominating in every fashion. These guys came ready to play. The coaching staff had them ready to go. I'm sure they watched tons of film. They knew Bowling Green inside and out. Really, really impressed with the defense and how they've stymied the Bowling Green running attack. And then offensively, Defiance did what they wanted to do, running it, passing it. Kudos to the coaching staff and getting the Bulldogs ready to go. And big first-round win, and they move on to week number 12.
Final score tonight on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard, Defiance 38, Bowling Green 0. Our postgame show is next on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. The Strady Center for the Arts. Entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org.
Welcome back to Defiance High School as the Defiance winning this Division III opening round playoff game, their first home playoff game since 2003. And the Bulldogs a winner here tonight by a final score of 38-0. As we recap some of the scoring here tonight, it opened up quickly. 10:05 to go in that first quarter. It was the missed snap on the punt. Rolls into the end zone for a safety. Defiance led 2-0 early on, and they would have capped that off. They get the ball back after that. Anthony Wilder, 19 yards. The 2-point conversion, Zipfel to Stockman. 10-0 Defiance, 8:47 to go in the first quarter. Defiance wasn't done. With just under 5 minutes to go in the quarter, Brez Zipfel hit Anthony Wilder from 18 yards out. PAT was no good, 16-0 Defiance. And they tack on one more in that opening quarter as Anthony Wilder, his third touchdown of the first quarter, 3 yards out. And then he takes the 2-point conversion, a little trickeration, and he tosses it to Jordan Wright in the end zone for 2 points, 24-0 after one. Defiance would tack on a 1-yard touchdown run from Abel Rubio in the second quarter, 31-0 at the halftime break. And just one score in that second half. Brez Zipfel to Anthony Wilder on a 5-yard crossing route in the end zone. And that was our final score of 38-0. In-game scoreboards tonight, courtesy of Marco's Pizza. 9 locations in Northwest Ohio. Wishing all area athletes good luck this season. You can order online at Marcos.com. And 4 Premier Bank touchdowns tonight for Anthony Wilder, 1 for Abel Rubio, and just a lot of time spent down on that end of the field for tonight for the Bulldogs here tonight as well. Let's take a time out here on our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. More to come from Defiance after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
And we welcome you back to Defiance. Again, the final score tonight, Defiance, your winner, 38-0. As well, this was about as dominating of a performance as you could see from about any team here tonight, Coach Dales, as Defiance just from the opening whistle was after it and got an early that early snap on the punt. I think really kind of set the tone, and they never looked back after that.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Total domination, by the Defiance Bulldogs, and Bowling Green just couldn't get anything going offensively, defensively, and Defiance. They had them snuffed out in every aspect, and give the coaches credit. I'm sure a lot of film study went into some good scouting report went into, and of course the kids got to study and they got to go out and they executed it, and boy did they execute it, and wow, just Defiance just outmanned them in every aspect, and I knew that Defiance was better. I knew that their schedule would really help them, but tonight, man, they absolutely proved it, and they took it to another level tonight.
Well, we mentioned it in the pregame show. You have a freshman quarterback who's only thrown the football 42 times in the entire season. Obviously, they want to come in and establish the run.
Yeah.
Defiance's defense forced them to throw the football, and they forced them to throw it a lot and early.
Yeah, they did, and I'm sure that's what Defiance's game plan was, and they took away, Bowling Green's running game everywhere, inside, outside, reverses, you name it, and they did. They forced them, to throw the ball, and I knew if Defiance could get them in 3rd down and 4 or better, it was going to be a good night, and that's exactly what they did, and Defiance did a good job of staying, disciplined on the back end, because you get lulled. It's run, and then boom, all of a sudden it's a pass. So they did a good job of staying alert, staying awake, and being disciplined. And some big interceptions too was big for the Bulldogs tonight, and they just played outstanding defensively.
Offensively, again, the offensive line play, you mentioned it last week. It carried over into this week. Really just had their way up front. But we saw a nice mixture of play calling here tonight. From the runs inside They ran it outside. They threw the ball really, really well tonight here. So I think we really saw a pretty complete offensive performance here tonight from Defiance.
Yeah, what I really liked was Defiance came out and they established the run right off the bat. I mean, it was inside, outside. It was ISO. It was counters. They were just taking it to them. And I think that really opened up the passing game because, Bowling Green had to put another guy in the box to try to stop them. Defiance caught them. There was people wide open. They didn't even account for people. And I think that was because of the running game. And then, the second half, they came out and they're throwing the ball. I'm like, okay, that's not my style, but it worked for them. And they executed well. And I think, the Defiance staff knew that the clock was going to run no matter what. So, why not? And they came out, took it down, and did what they had to do. And just kudos to the Defiance and the coaches and the players. Great game plan, great execution, and they went out and played and had fun tonight. You could really see it.
For Bowling Green and first-year head coach Sean Kiss, a trip to the playoffs in your first year as a head coach. Number one, great accomplishment for him and for this team as well. But this is a team, I think, it's got some talented kids. They've started a lot of seniors. They're going to have to replace some guys. But I think he's got a little something cooking here with this Bobcat team.
I've been exactly in his position before, come in and made the playoffs my first year. And, I was elated. I was elated for the kids and for the community. And it's now his program. He's doing his things now. Now he just got to keep the train going. He's got to get him in the weight room during the off season, get him stronger, get him faster, and then continue this thing. And then the next thing is we want to contend for that league title. And then, hey, let's get back in the playoffs and let's make a run at it. Now you've experienced it. Boy, when you can go to week 2 and week 3 and get to the regional finals and you're so close to state, it's a great, great feeling.
Again, our final score here tonight, Defiance, your winner 38-0. Our post-game show, courtesy of Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, keeping your eyes healthy for a long life of clear vision. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source on Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap things up and we'll be selecting a player of the game. All that to come right here on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
And we welcome you back here as we are putting the wraps on a week number 11 win for Defiance that will propel them at last check. Cleveland Benedictine was leading Tiffin Columbian 28-7, I believe. That was in the third quarter. So, again, the idea is that Benedictine's probably going to finish that one off. So it'll be a trip across the state for Defiance next Friday night. But we talked a little bit about Bowling Green, but flip it over here, Defiance. First home game in a long, long time in the playoffs. And you come in here and just have this dominating performance. It's a good win.
Oh, great win. Great feeling.
The games aren't going to get easier.
Oh, no. Yeah, it all changes now.
Rewind to last week, okay? They're coming off of 2 rough games. They really showed what they can do against Ottawa Glandorf. But they showed tonight that it wasn't just a one and done. Right. This was a very, very good football team we saw out there tonight.
Yeah, and I think where I'm going to go with this. In a game like this, and going back to last week, the offense and defensive line, they just controlled the game in every aspect. Defiance running the ball, giving time for Brez to throw the ball. They just controlled it. And then defensively, they just smothered Bowling Green. They couldn't get anything going. Totally shut down, their running game. So I give Defiance's offense and defensive line a lot of credit for doing what they needed to do to get this game, to not only to get this game, to go out and improve a point. And not only are you representing, Defiance High School, you're representing the WBL. And there's a lot of truth to that.
Well, it's one thing for us to do yet is to select our player of the game, and they will receive a DCTV Sports Player of the Game t-shirt courtesy of BSN Sports, the official apparel provider of DCTV Sports. And Well, let's talk some candidates here. I think there's a multitude of young men that don the blue and white tonight that are deserving of this honor.
I'm going to give some men some loving because I really do believe they deserve it. And I'm going to start with Defiance's defensive line with Alex Hinojosa, Ray Salinas, and Steve Hoffman. That's the core of that defense. And those guys were in the backfield all night. They were making tackles all night. And I know Defiance made some adjustments by moving some guys up, but for them to do what they did versus a team that they're all about running the ball. Okay, they just took them out of the game. So those three men, I'm going to give them some loving. They deserve it. They usually don't get it, and I understand that. But what a tremendous job! And then I'm going to flip the page and once again I'm going to go with the offensive line here because, man, they physically changed the line of scrimmage, 1, 2, and 3 yards. There were multiple plays. Our running backs weren't getting touched for 5, 10 yards. And that's a tribute to them, not only at the line of scrimmage, but getting to second level. And I'll tell you what, Alex Hinojosa, I know he's stepping in. At tackle did a great job. Is it Romero Valley?
Yeah,
Romeo. Right? Romeo. Wow, great job at guard. The anchor, I think, of the offensive line, I see it out there, is, the senior Stephen Huffman. He does a great job. And then the guard, Jackson Becker, he's pulling, he's kicking out. I see what he's doing. He's a very athletic kid, and that's what you want to do. And then, of course, win with the other tackle, Tyler Doden, Kiesling.
Yep.
You got to have a left tackle. Okay, and he's their left tackle, and Coach Cooper and the staff, they do have the straight drop back, and you got to protect that blind side, and he's done a great job of that. So I want to give those guys some loving tonight because I think they were the difference in the game, and they totally dominated up front, and that's what made it so easy for the Defiance Bulldog victory.
Well, I'm going to say a couple of. We can't go past what Anthony Wilder did here again tonight. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half. Ran with some next level passion. I don't know what's gotten into him for the last couple of weeks. All the backs ran really hard here tonight and last week. I thought Jordan Wright again. He's came down with that interception. You mentioned it on defense. He just seems to be in the right spot all the time. But I think we're going to go outside the box here, and we're going to go from you. I would like to name that offensive line.
There you go.
As our players of the game. I think I can do that.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. This is your show, man.
But let's be fair. This wasn't about just tonight either. Go back to last Friday night. We talked about what they were going to have to do last Friday night to give their backs room. And by the end of last Friday night, they were pushing that line 3 and 4 yards. They came out here tonight against Bowling Green, and they did exactly the same thing. Yeah. You could have drove a truck through some of these holes tonight. So let's give it to that offensive line.
Yeah, amen, brother. And, you go back to, Lima Bath and, where things were really struggling. Then you go, to Salina where they just couldn't get anything going, and they were being physically manhandled. Whatever was said to them, whatever they've done in practice, to flip that switch. The last 2 weeks, they've totally dominated. And as a former offensive lineman, you got to love that. You got to love giving love to the skilled guys and just doing your job. People don't talk about you. You don't get any praise. You don't get any spotlights in the paper. You just go out and do the so-called dirty work. I love it. And those guys have done it, and, man, they're doing it really well. And just kudos to them, and they're high school kids, and you just got to love them working hard and creating big holes and making things easy for the offense.
Stephen Hoffman, Jackson Becker, Romeo Valier, Tyler Doden Kiesling, Alex Hinojosa. We're going to have co-players of the game tonight, and we'll get them some T-shirts courtesy of BSN Sports. Chris, I want to thank you for awesome. Another great night here, playoff football. The atmosphere doesn't get much better than that. For Defiance, they're going to move on. They're going to improve to 7-4, and a likely trip to the Cleveland area to take on Benedictine, who at last check was up 28-7 on Tiffin Columbian. I want to say a big thanks to Jerry Beauty, not just tonight, throughout the entire season, whether we're in here, whether we're in the gym for volleyball. We've been all over the place. We appreciate all the hospitality. Our crew has been doing so much great work. Camera angles on the field, up on the top of the press box. I mean, you name it, they're all over the place. So I want to say a big thanks to them. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Thanks to our underwriters for making it possible. Defiance wins their first playoff game since 2003 here at Fred J. Brown Stadium, and the Defiance Bulldogs take it for a 38-0 win over Bowling Green, moving on to the next round of the tournament.